Tigers seek to go 5-1 on the season and get their first district win tonight. So long for.
It's time for Tiger football on your hometown radio station, WPKY. Sponsors for tonight's broadcast include Echo Charlie's at Ape Creek Marina, Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, the Princeton Electric Plant Board, Fredonia Valley Bank, Pennyroyal Rural Electric, Planters Bank, Price Hughes Incorporated, Fortner Gas Company, AFC A&W, Princeton Drug Company, Sanders Gatherings, and the Woodall Agency. Now let's go to the field with Dennis Stevens and Bob Hayes to bring the live broadcast of Tiger football here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, the Tigers.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tiger Stadium. It's high school football action here on WPKY. Tonight, the Caldwell County Tigers open district play against Paducah Tilghman. I'm Dennis Stevens along with Bob Hayes, Ty Engelbright, and Darren Lewis back at the station. And Bob, it's good to be back home tonight after a 3-week road trip back at Tiger Stadium tonight to start the district slate against Paducah Tilghman.
Wonderful to be at home, Dennis. Nothing like being home, nothing like leaving and getting home at 10 o'clock rather than 11 o'clock, 11:30, especially Henderson being 80-plus miles away. But we are fortunate to have this game home. Then we're on the road for the next 2 weeks and finish up at home. 2 regular season games and playoff games as long as we can keep winning.
And tonight is homecoming night, so we're going to have some shots down of the homecoming court as they crown a homecoming queen here at Tiger Stadium tonight. Caldwell County comes into this one, Bob, at 4-1 on the season. Kind of surprised a lot of the predictors early in the season. Thought Caldwell would probably have 3 losses by now. Nice start to the season for the Tigers as they'll come in 4-1 against a 1-4 Paducah Tilghman squad.
And the thing about the Caldwell County record is we've got 4 of those wins in a row, something to play for as we enter our first round district game tonight, Dennis. So these kids have far gone above expectations in this season tonight. You're right. We could easily be 2-3 or 3-2 or 1-4 for that matter. So it's a blessing with what these young men, by sheer effort, what they've accomplished this year so far, and we're getting better as we talk about offensively and with our offensive line growing up and getting a little bit more repetitions against good teams and able to do things that we probably thought we couldn't do at the beginning of the season.
And we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. McGregor Group Heating and Air is owned and operated by Javen McGregor. McGregor Group can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer high-quality products and have a highly qualified staff to get the job done right the first time. You can visit them at 950 Varmint Trace Road, or you can call Javen at 270-896-5044. That's the McGregor Group in Princeton, and they are the sponsors of tonight's pregame show here at Tiger Stadium. And Bob, the homecoming court is being introduced right now. I think early on it was freshman attendant Kendall Prowl being introduced. Now it's sophomore attendant Elena Grissom being introduced. We have the live stream going on WPKYonline.com for you to join. Oh, I'm sorry. Parker Parent is the junior attendant. They've already had the sophomore attendant, Elena Grissom. So now here come the 3 senior attendants. This one is, Bob, I think this one is Sydney Riley.
I think it is Sydney Riley, yes. Her escort is Boyce Nichols.
So we'll cover this a little bit here, Bob, before we get into the pregame stuff and the stats for tonight's game coming up. We'll cover this homecoming big night here. I think they had a huge pep rally tonight before the game, so a lot of excitement. And I think I saw on Twitter the students are planning a blackout, supposed to be dressed all in black tonight for the game.
And speaking of the crowd, we've got a big crowd assembling right in front of us. Not too many people from Tilghman here yet across the field.
Senior Queen candidate Kristen Stewart now for Caldwell County.
And her escort is Cole Baker.
We also plan tonight, Bob, the band that we noticed in full uniform tonight. We're going to cover those guys at halftime during the broadcast tonight, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. Band doing a great job. Looking forward to seeing how much they've come along in the 3 weeks since we've been here at Tiger Stadium.
And with those uniforms they have on, Dennis, it looks like they're capable of losing 2 to 5 pounds tonight.
Tonight you can.
With this humidity, and they're fully decked out.
This is more like an August early season game than halfway through your schedule in late September. 84 degrees at game time.
Sun is just about to disappear in the west here, and when that does, it will be nice and pleasant. Low tonight, I think, is supposed to be 70, 69, so it will get cooler, I think, as we move into the night.
And the last Senior Queen candidate is Kara Taylor.
And her escort is Will Bashir.
So they will have the announcement very shortly on the Queen tonight. Looking forward to a good game here tonight. Paducah, Tilghman, and Caldwell County have finished 1-2 in the district each of the last 2 seasons. So whoever wins this game tonight coming up will have a leg up in that district race.
And generally the first game you want to get that victory so that you're not playing from behind, and obviously if you win the district you do have home field advantage.
And they are bringing out the flower girl and crown bearer right now. So we'll try to keep a listen to Frankie to pick up the names of also I think that's the student council president and her escort coming out.
And her escort is Dylan Gray. I'm not sure who
I don't have the...
we just have the picture, not the
right.
names.
Jacob Ray, crown bearer tonight. Said he likes dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. You can have that love for dinosaurs at that age.
That's Dean Ray's grandson.
Taylor Freeman is senior class president and also a star on the Lady Tiger soccer team.
That's not Tally, is it?
No,
it's
Taylor.
Taylor.
It is Taylor. And a wonderful soccer player, too. She's got a lot of activities going on, but she has started since she was a freshman at one of the toughest positions on the soccer team. And Dylan Gray, the escort for Taylor Freeman.
And just to remark, Dennis, this field is just in perfect shape, painted well. Lines are true straight. You don't see any wiggly lines at all.
And Bob, if you'll do a drum roll, or if you had a drum roll, we could we could do it.
Da, 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 da.
Sydney Riley is the homecoming queen tonight for 2017 here at Caldwell County. So congratulations to her. Crown being placed on Sydney Riley's head. As you said, her escort, Boyce Nichols.
Congratulations, Sydney. And let's give all of these students involved in our homecoming tonight a round of applause.
So, Bob, I'll tell you what, real quick, let's go over that court one more time, and then we'll take a quick break and get to the look at the game tonight. The homecoming court included senior queen candidates Kristen Stewart, Kara Taylor, and the eventual queen Sydney Riley. The freshman attendant was Kendall Prowl, sophomore attendant Elena Grissom, and junior attendant was Parker Parent. So congratulations to all those young ladies and their escorts tonight on a job well done. You're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. We're about 17 minutes away from kickoff here at Tiger Stadium. We're going to take a quick break and be back, and we'll start breaking this one down with a look at the offense right after this. You're listening to the pregame show and Tiger football here on WPKY.
Some Summer may be winding down, but Echo Charlie's is the place for fine food, good times, and a great view. Echo Charlie's is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can choose from regular menus or just try one of the specials featured each evening. Come on down to Echo Charlie's today. Telephone 388-2271. Echo Charlie's overlooks beautiful Lake Barkley at Eddy Creek Marina.
And welcome everybody back to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, Ty Englebright here at the field tonight, getting ready for the kickoff between Caldwell County and Paducah Tilghman, first district game of the night for the Tigers, of the season for the Tigers. And it's a big one, Bob, as these two teams, as we said a little bit earlier, have finished 1 and 2 in the district race each of the last 2 seasons. Lichtenhouse Ratings has these two teams again at the top of the district, so a big game tonight for both squads.
Big game for both squads, and Lichtenhouse, Tilghman is sort of fallen. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now, but a good solid football team, falling just a little bit in the Lichtenhouse ratings. I think the Tigers probably come in as a probably 15 to 20 point favorite, just judging from the Lichtenhouse ratings of the past week. But we've got to make no mistake about it. We'll have to contain their speed tonight. Dennis, they've moved a young halfback, a sophomore, to the quarterback position, Jordan Harmon, number 11, and a little source of information there. He comes from a sports background. His older brother, Jerome Harmon, was a 4-year starter at Kentucky as a cornerback, and went as a free agent to one of the pro football camps, survived up until the last cut. So Jordan has speed, talent, elusiveness, and they've got him at quarterback. One thing they don't do well at Tilghman is throw the football. They only have their leading receiver probably 2 catches on the year. So I think
I read that they don't have any receiver on the squad that's got more than 2 catches on the year, so not really going to the air any at all. Just a strong running game. Aside from Harmon, I think was mentioned a young man, let me get my notes here right so I get his name right, Michael Barnes, a 6'2", 204-pound senior, and he's racked up 300-plus yards on the season, 54 carries on the year, so a pretty good yards per carry average for Michael Barnes tonight, as he will come into this ball game as the second option for Paducah Tilghman. But they're going to run a lot of things. Coach Barnes told you they may come out of wishbone. They may spread it out a little bit and try to catch you off balance, maybe sneak a pass in, but mostly try to do jet sweeps, get it around the end a little bit, and they're just going to try to use their speed.
They'll be in the wishbone a little bit, but they'll also be in a wingback position. One thing they have not done yet from the wingback position is run any reverses. Not as tricky maybe as you would think a conventional wingback offense would be, but still what they want to do is get the ball in the hands of their speedsters and let them do something with the ball. The other thing, Dennis, they've got 3 or 4 kids that are pounding around that 300-yard mark as far as rushing yards can go this season. So we've got to be, we have to maintain our keys. We don't know, a couple of these kids on the offensive line go both ways, so our ability to play fast may come in to help us as the game wears on, especially late in the third quarter, midway third into the fourth. This heat, humidity may begin to take its toll.
And Bob, no surprise that Paducah Tilghman's going to run the ball because they're coached by former Murray High coach Steve Duncan. We remember those games when it was during the Sindelar era at times, and we would throw the ball a ton. They would come in and just try to run it down your throat. And that's exactly what we're looking at tonight, is Paducah Tilghman will employ a lot of that same offensive strategy, keep the ball on the ground, while on the other side, Joby Jagger's really starting to fall into that mode of a good, solid quarterback where you can expect high percentage passes from him, decent yardage every night, not many mistakes, and he's really taken what he's struggled with early in the year and turned it into a very efficient offense at this point of the season.
We are improving. I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind at this point in the season, and if we can get the ball, we will be guarded in the secondary by athletic people, but at the same time, they have not faced a passing team such as they'll see tonight in the Tigers. And then we also have the ability where we concentrated on Jameer at halfback last week against Henderson. We have that ability to have him get free in the secondary and create some havoc for Tilghman. So Tilghman, obviously a formidable opponent. With their speed, makes them dangerous. And as you're right, Coach Duncan is a hard-nosed type coach. They'll line up and hit us on defense. We just have to wear them down. And on offense, as you mentioned, they'll want to grind the clock out, run the clock. If they know that if we don't have the ball, we can't score.
And Bob, we talked about it. Maybe we saw a little something early in the season out of one of Joby's main threats at receiver, but you got to talk about the play lately of Oliver Parker and just stepping up. He's averaging a little over 15 yards a catch so far this season, leading the team in that category. But the hands, Oliver Parker, if it gets to his fingertips, he's going to reel it in.
He's definitely got sure hands. Travis Newsom has sure hands. The Riley boys have sure hands. But getting back to Oliver, he had not caught, we hadn't realized this until we found out last week, he had not caught a touchdown pass in his high school career. And then last week he goes to Henderson and has the hat trick. So not only does he get one, not only does he get two, he gets three. And keys to the ball game, to our victory. He had a big part in that victory last Friday night.
He did a great job last week. We are going to pause here and take a break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes and look at the defense as you're listening to the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show here on WPKY 103.3 The Tiger. And we are back at Tiger Stadium. Great job by the Caldwell County High School Band on the national anthem tonight. Under 10 minutes now, just about 9 minutes left before kickoff on this one. Bob, we took a look at the offenses, defenses tonight. That's going to be a major thing for Caldwell County because a couple of standout defensive players are out of the lineup tonight due to some concussion issues.
We were shorthanded with the concussion that Hunter Van Hoosier sustained last Friday night against Henderson, not really singled out until possibly Tuesday of this week. And then his little brother Tate in the JV game Monday night got racked pretty hard, and he's under the program right now of concussion protocol. So we won't have those two young men, but as they say, if any championship team, it's next man up. And tonight, Mac Engelbright will get the start in place of Hunter Van Hoosier, and we look for that young man to have a real solid football game.
We do. Mac, a former starter, and started some games last season, seen considerable playing time this year, so it's not going to drop off any to speak of with Mac in the game. He's going to bring that experience, going to bring that toughness into that back or that linebacker position for Caldwell County. The Tigers defensively, that's been the jewel in the crown all season long. We expect those guys to stand up tonight. But one thing Coach Barnes talked about with you, he's counting on that defense not only to make plays, but to get Paducah Tilghman off the field quicker to not let them have a long, drawn-out drive and eat a lot of that clock up. He wants to get those guys off the field, get our offense on, and strike as quickly as we can.
That is, in essence, the game plan, trying to find out where their soft spots are, hit them, not let them have 5, 6, 7 minutes of ball control offense. Hopefully not them being able to break a long run. And the keys to victory is our ability to get them off the field.
The captains are out on the field right now. They'll be walking across for the coin toss in just a second. 6:55 left until we kick this one off here at Tiger Stadium. Bob, the defense, you've got Van Hoosier out, or 2 Van Hoosiers actually out, but the guys that are still in, you've got Engelbright, you've got Bashir, some of the other players, Trail, Jameer Riley, they're going to come in and put a lick on somebody. Plus that defensive line has played well all season.
And you got Dylan Gray and Caleb Burton, who have been really formidable. Gabe East and Dylan Cavanaugh back in the secondaries. And the front Mitchell Harrelson's had a fabulous year so far at penetration. So we've had a solid defense all year. And here comes the helicopter in, delivering the game ball.
Yeah, the air evac, we've got this on the live stream tonight, as the air evac helicopter is going to land here at Tiger Stadium to deliver the game ball tonight.
Cool.
Big homecoming night here for Caldwell County. The Queen crowned Sidney Riley before the contest. The helicopter is coming down right on the 50-yard line. Here they'll bring out the game ball. Students dressed in all black tonight for the blackout down in front of us that they had put out on Twitter pretty heavily throughout the week that they were going to do. So a lot of student support here tonight for the Tigers.
Student section is packed.
The captains are going out on the field. Bob, let's talk a little bit before we get to the prayer tonight about that defense for Paducah Tilghman. It's a strong defense, don't get me wrong. They held Hopkinsville to 15 points, I think, in their last contest. They're a quality defense, but you might want to speak about how many players they played both ways that could come in as a factor, being 84 degrees here at Tiger Stadium tonight.
And one of the things that Tilghman's coach, Steve Duncan, believes in is having your best athletes on the field, and they will have 7 players going both ways. There's not a whole lot of substituting of these players, as I understand, so they'll have a ton of snaps that they have to play defense and have to play offense. So we're hoping, and 2 of those 7 are in the defensive line and offensive line, and so they're going to be worn out by the time the 3rd, 4th quarter roll around. So that plays, I think, into our hands a little bit. We'll have about 3 going both ways, and Coach Barnes last week, Jameer Riley was in the game for every play.
Yeah, he did a good job in the offensive backfield and also every play on defense as the helicopter lifts off. Great sight here at Tiger Stadium to see those guys come in and the precision that they can come in and land that helicopter right on the 50. You just have to take your hats off to that bunch with the air evac unit here delivering the game ball at Caldwell County. Tiger team is down in the tunnel.
Yeah, the Tigers are making their way out on the field. One thing we want to mention is that over the past week and a half, we've had our Tiger repainted on the side of the cab building here by local artist Richie McKinney. Richie, a man of many talents, finished that project this week in time for homecoming, so we want to give out shout to Richie and his tremendous talent.
And the captains are on the field. We'll go ahead and have the prayer, Bob, while you check out who is going to get the first ball of the evening. And we'll ask God, Holy God, we ask that you bless and protect all the students in any part they take on the field tonight, from the football players through the band, cheerleaders, managers, whatever, and just bless their efforts all week as they prepare for Friday nights. Give them protection throughout tonight and let them be ready to start the preparation all over again tomorrow morning. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
And amen.
Referee going over the instructions. Big crowd here settling in for Caldwell County. Not a very large following for Paducah Tilghman as you look across the way, though.
They don't travel well, it appears. Appears that Caldwell County has won the toss and elected to defer, I think.
I thought that's what he said. He took a funny stance when he came out of the,
we'll see
the huddle. We'll see right here, though.
Yes, Tilghman will receive. Caldwell did win the toss and will defer.
So 2 minutes left before we kick this one off. That's going to do it for us on the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show. Javen McGregor at McGregor Group can take care of all of your heating and air needs, including installations for new construction, replacements, repairs, and maintenance. They offer the highest quality products and have a very highly qualified staff to get the job done right the first time, which we know is always important when you're trying to have somebody work on your heating and air. So you can visit them at 950 Varmint Trace Road or call 270-896-5044 and talk to Javen. And Bob, we've talked about this a little earlier in the season. When you have something like this worked on, you know it's going to be important for your house, and you want to be able to trust the people doing the work. And if there's anybody in this business you can trust, it's Javen McGregor. So we're appreciative of Javen being on with us this year, and we hope you'll support Javen and his new business, McGregor Group Heating and Air, in all of your heating and air needs. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. We'll take 30 seconds, Darren, on this, and we'll be right back for the kickoff. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Big day? Yeah, I have a lot on my plate. I can see that. McGriddles, hash browns, and a coffee? Well, I do have a big to-do list. Well, I have a big to-do list, too. Crispy hash browns, fluffy eggs. That's your to-do list? Part of it. I also have crispy bacon, flaky biscuits.
No matter what your day brings, there's a McDonald's for every morning. Try your favorites on the breakfast value menu, like the sausage biscuit, or any size freshly brewed McCafe coffee for $1 each. A la carte only at participating restaurants. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're about to get this one underway, Bob. First time back in a month here at Tiger Stadium after 3 straight road games. So a big night for Caldwell County. Homecoming tonight. Helicopter landing on the field. First district game of the year. This is about as big as it gets middle of the season.
It is a very big game, game number 1 of the district. And probably we know Union County's improved this year. Tree County's up a little bit. Fort Campbell's improved a little bit. But we still think our stiffest competition will be the Tilghman Tornado, and it'll be great to get off start of the district play with a win over the Blue Tornado.
And just a quick note, we will be back on the road next week as we'll head to Union County and also away again the next week at Trigg County. Then after that, as Bob mentioned in the pregame show, Fort Campbell and Mayfield here at home. And then this district hosts the playoffs. As long as that team is alive in the playoffs, Caldwell County will play at home as long as they stay alive in the playoffs. So that's something big that the Tigers are also shooting for in this game. You get that leg up on the district, it goes a long way later in the season.
And the Tigers are huddled, grouped out on the hash mark, ready to kick off. Haven't broken out yet to get in their kickoff position. There they go. Tilghman just coming onto the field with their kickoff return team.
And the field is in, you mentioned, great shape tonight. So we are expecting a pretty quick field here at Tiger Stadium. Paducah Tilghman will come out. They will receive. Boyce Nichols will handle kickoff duties. And we talked about the improvement of Bashir as a punter. Boyce had to take over punting last week. He'll be doing it again tonight. But his kickoffs and field goal attempts have really improved since that first game against Christian County.
Developing into an outstanding kicker.
Ball teed at the 40, 12 minutes on the clock. We're set to get this one away here in Tiger Stadium. Tigers approach the ball. Nichols with a short pooch kick, goes high, fumbled, and ball on the ground, still on the ground at the 40. It looks like Caldwell County did recover. Up back, tried to field it at the 30 for Paducah Tilghman, right off the chest pad.
And Dylan Gray looks like he got that ball.
Dylan Gray with the big recovery, and Caldwell County with the ball on the turnover on the very first play of the ball game. Caldwell County has great field position to start this one out. They'll start out at the Tilghman 43-yard line. Jaggers will have it 1st and 10. 2 receivers each way for Caldwell County. Jaggers takes a snap. Pitch out to the far side. That's Jameer Riley. Goes out of bounds near the 40.
They're going to mark it at the 40, a 3-yard gain.
Let's see where they'll spot this one. They've got it at the 41-yard line. So a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Riley in the backfield with Jaggers. Jaggers drops back, throws to the far side. It's complete and down the sideline. I think that's Newsom. Newsom with the catch. Let's see where they'll spot this one at.
Mark at the 24.
Big gain down that sideline. They're going to be inside the 20 at the 19. That's a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. Good start for the Tigers tonight. Caldwell County is going to, and they're going to move it back a little bit. You were closer to right, Bob. The officials are going to bring it back to the 25-yard line. Still a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. Jaggers in the backfield with Riley. Quick handoff to Riley up the middle. He's going to bounce it outside. He's got some room across the 20. He's getting outside the 15, inside the 10, down and out of bounds at around the 9-yard line. Good job by Riley to pick his way. The play designed to go just off of right tackle. He bounced it outside, got all the way inside the 10, down to the 9. First and goal, Caldwell County from the 9. Handoff again to Riley. He's going to bounce it through the middle. Picks up a couple before the Tilghman line collapsed on him. He's going to get it up to about the 7. Well, let's call it the 8. Pickup of 1 on the play. Second and goal now for Caldwell County. 3 receivers to the left. Oliver Parker, the lone receiver, split to the right. Jaggers back in the shotgun. Handoff is to Riley. Goes through the middle, and he's going to be a touchdown. Good cut by Riley right at the line of scrimmage. Goes back in the middle, and it's touchdown Caldwell County. A minute, 9 seconds in the game. Sorry, Bob.
The best start you could expect. Recover a fumble on the opening kickoff and take it 43 yards to pay dirt.
And quickly, Caldwell County strikes in this one. 10:51 left in the first quarter. Caldwell County looking to tack on the extra point. Parker for the hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And kick is good. So with 10:51 left in the first quarter, Caldwell County jumps out to an early lead. It's the Tigers 7, Tilghman nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, we are so proud to be a part of this community. We want to thank you for the opportunity to serve you for all of your heating and air needs. McGregor Group Heating and Air specializes in residential, new construction, and light commercial installations, also servicing most makes and models. We offer fast service with polite and friendly staff. We provide our customers with a peace of mind by offering the best warranties in the industry, along with high-quality products. McGregor Group Heating and Air is located at 960 Varmint Trace here in Princeton. Give us a call today at 270-896-5044. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Caldwell County set for the kickoff. And, Bob, they designed the kickoff to start the game to be short. It bounced off a Tilghman player at the 30. Let's see if Nichols goes back to the well. Again, same thing. This one's going to be fielded by an up back at the 31-yard line for Tilghman. He gets through the line, has a little opening across the 40. So Tilghman brings it out to about the 43-yard line, where they will take over first and 10. Jordan Harmon, the quarterback for Paducah Tilghman. We talked at length in the pregame, Bob. You don't expect a lot of passing, so we'll see how deep players like Gabe East even line up tonight. Wishbone for Paducah Tilghman on the first play. Hand off to the deep back. Spin move, gets up across the 45, near the 50, still on his feet. Powerful run. Number 8, Eskew on the carry for Paducah Tilghman. Up very close to a first down. And they are going to move the chains, it looked like. It is a first down on the play. Ball all the way up to the 46-yard line of Caldwell County. Wishbone set again. Hand off to the deep back. He's still on his feet up across the 40 and down to the 35. Michael Barnes, the second leading rusher for Paducah Tilghman on the carry. They move the ball to the Tiger 35-yard line.
Two 11-yard gains in a row.
Another first down for Tilghman. Tigers going to have to stiffen up here a little bit, knowing the run's coming. Wishbone set again. Harmon under center. Hand off to number 8, Eskew. Much better job by the Tigers. Gang tackle at the 33-yard line. Burden, one of several Tigers in on the tackle. They'll put that ball at the 32-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Beautiful sunset here at Tiger Stadium. Harmon under center, wishbone set. Handoff looks like it's Barnes. We'll see down to the 25. So it's just like the two D-backs taking turns taking these handoff, and they're having some success so far. Ball spotted at the 25, and that'll be enough for another 1st down. 3 first down for the Blue Tornado on their initial drive with 9:30 left in the 1st quarter. The Tigers leading this one 7-0. Harmon again under center. Handoff to Barnes again. He's going to be brought down before the 20-yard line. They'll spot it at about the 21. Mac Engelbright on the tackle tonight. Mac getting the start in place of Hunter Van Hoosier for the Tigers. Van Hoosier out for tonight's contest with concussion symptoms, and according to the protocol from KHSAA, had to sit out tonight. Harmon back under center. He'll give the handoff to Askew. Askew dances around, gets across the 20, pushed back. Cole Baker in on the play for Caldwell County, one of several.
We'll give him to the 19, a 2-yard pickup.
Ball will be spotted at the 19. 3rd down now for Caldwell County. This is where Coach Barnes talked to you in the pregame show, Bob. We've got to hold these 3rd downs and get the Blue Tornado off the field, get the ball back to that offense. 3rd down, we'll call it 3rd down and 5 for the visiting Tornado. Wishbone set again. Harmon under center. He's going to roll out. Still with the ball is Harmon. Bob, I don't think he got the 1st down. I think he's going to be stopped short of it.
I think probably maybe to the 15-yard line.
Good defensive stand by the Tigers as Harmon on the keeper. The first time he's ran the ball tonight. He is their leading rusher on the season.
Maybe only got to the 16. It's hard to, or no, let's call it the 15.
Yeah, 15-yard line, 4th down and 1 for Paducah Tilghman. Big down. Let's see if they'll stay in and go for it. They've had some success on the ground, picking up at least a yard fairly easily. So we'll see if that Tiger defense can hold on it. They're not going to spread anybody out. It's all tight ends and wishbone formation. Harmon under center. Handoff. And it's a 1st down. He's still on his feet across the 10, 5, and trips into the end zone. It's a touchdown, Paducah Tilghman. Barnes refused to go down on the play. His hand touched a few times, but he got over the end zone, stumbled in. Counts just the same. 6 points on the board for Tilghman, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up with 7:12 left in the 1st quarter.
And I'm sure we're going to make some adjustments. 8-9 yards a carry is too much to give up to a running team like Tilghman.
Number 14 on the attempt, and the whistle's going to blow this one dead before the kick. He had plenty of leg to get it through, but we'll see what the call is. Procedure against Paducah Tilghman. That'll back him up 5 yards. Ben Holt coming onto the field for Caldwell County. Dylan Gray is going to come off for the Tigers. That'll back him up. This kick will be from the 15, so a 25-yard extra point attempt on the way for Tilghman. Snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. So with 7:12 left in the 1st quarter, this one's knotted up at 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Culture, CEO for Community Medical Clinic, located at 310 Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Community Medical Clinic's goal is to provide access to excellent health care services that are both convenient and affordable. Community Medical Clinic is taking new patients every day, and walk-ins are welcome. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to serve you and your family members of all ages. Patients are welcome with all insurances or with no insurance. Not able to come into the Princeton location? Then we have 2 other clinics, Our new downtown location in Hopkinsville at 1102 South Virginia Street and Fort Campbell Boulevard in Oak Grove. Community medical clinics providing healthcare services at your convenience at no extra cost.
Back to Tiger Stadium, Paducah Tilghman ties it up. All run plays for Paducah Tilghman on that drive as they go down the field. And it was Barnes going in for the touchdown for Tilghman. Now they'll tee it up at the 40. Caldwell County sends Trail and Jameer Riley back. They'll stand at their 10. Caldwell County going towards the Cab building here to start this game. Short kick. It's going to bounce. And Trail fields it. Let's see if he stepped out of bounds. I thought if he was going to let that ball go, Caldwell County would have had the ball at the 35. Trail reached out, brought it back in, started to take off, but stepped on the sideline. So a little mental mistake by Caldwell County on the kickoff, and they will start inside their own 20. Let's call it the 17, Bob, where Caldwell County will take over 1st and 10. About half the distance they probably would have had that ball bounced out of bounds.
And it was definitely close to the sideline.
Caldwell County in a 2-receiver each way set. Joby's going to roll out, throws, and complete across the 20. That was Ben Holt on the reception. Good catch by Ben Holt as they'll spot that one at the 22-yard line. So a pick up a 5 on the catch. 2nd and 5 for Caldwell. Quick flare out to Parker. Parker's got it at the 25 and up. Tries to reach out close to the 30. Parker's going to be tackled at about the 28-yard line. It is enough for a Little Caesars first down. 6:38 left in the quarter. Caldwell County 2 receivers each way. Another pass off sideline to Parker. He's across the 35, and he'll be brought down right at the 40-yard line. Bob, a little quicker passes than we've seen in some games. Maybe Coach Barnes added a little bit new as we get into the district slate, but a couple of quick rollout passes to Parker and moved the ball out to the 40.
And he was noticing on film that they dropped back off our receiver, so they're giving us a 6, 7, 8-yard pass.
Jaggers quickly again to Parker, complete at the 45. Oliver gets across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Paducah Tilghman. So 3 straight to Oliver Parker. Caldwell County on the move. Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. Ball a yard deep into Tilghman territory. Jaggers again going to the well to Parker, complete at the 48. He's got some room down the sideline. Finally run out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 38-yard line. Another Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. On the move with this one, mostly Jaggers to Parker on this drive. And Bob, do you take it as long as it's there? You take it till it's stopped.
Well, and they're not, and then you have the hitch and go. So
snap back to Jaggers. He fakes down the field. Now he's got some pressure and gets the ball away. Incomplete. Good job on Joby's part to get rid of the ball because he was going down as he threw it. 2nd down for Caldwell County, 2nd and 10, but he had a lot of white jerseys in the backfield quickly on that play.
I've seen pass intentional grounding called on that type of play before, yeah. Dennis. We're lucky we didn't have it called then.
You're exactly right. He was in the grasp. Handoff quickly to Jameer Riley. He takes a hit at the 40, and he's going to pull down for a loss. That one will go back to the 40-yard line. So a drive that was moving right along with Jaggers and Parker connecting. It's kind of stalled here at 3rd down and 10 for Caldwell County, or 3rd down and 13 for Caldwell County. 2 receivers each way. Near side looks like Parker and Holt. Jaggers drops back, looks down the field, goes over the middle. He's looking for Holt. This one's intercepted, it looks like. And it's picked off by Paducah Tilghman. Number 15 on the interception for Tilghman, Brooks. And he's tackled on the interception at the 10, but the turnover gives Paducah the ball back from their own 10-yard line. 1 turnover for each team so far in this first quarter. That turnover comes with 5:19 left in the quarter. Ben Holt was the intended receiver, had double coverage right down the middle. So Paducah Tilghman will come to the line, 1st and 10 from their own 10. Seems like their favorite set is that wishbone set. Handoff is to the deep back. Not much there. He might have fought for a couple of yards toward the end of it. SQ on the carry, number 8. And he'll pick up 3 on the play up to the 13-yard line. All that was just second and third effort on SQ's part as he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It closed on him on this drive. The first 3 or 4 runs Tilghman had resulted in 10, 11-yard gains. So maybe we're stiffening a little bit, Dennis.
Handoff again. They try to go over the left side. Good play by the Tigers. They'll get it across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. Caldwell County still looking to maybe hit Tilghman for a loss or no gain. Tillman's done a good job on the ground so far, which is what we expected. It's no surprise to anybody that they're keeping it on the ground. They'll throw less than 10 times, probably less than 5 tonight unless they get in a hole.
And we've got really most of our men in the box.
Harmon with the handoff to the up back, lowers his head and gets across the 20. It's number 32, Dunbar, for Tilghman, but he'll get the first down out to the 21-yard line. First time the up back out of that wishbone set has taken the handoff. Kind of surprised that Harmon is not running the ball any. He's had 1 carry so far on the night. But SQ and, was it Barnes? Michael Barnes. Now Harmon on a broken play, turns around for the pitch. He's going to get it all the way out to near the 30-yard line. Let's call it the 28-yard line. Looked like he wanted a pitch, but I don't think he had that play and set up. They're going to spot it at the 30. So a busted play picks up 9 for Paducah Tilghman. 2nd down and 1. He did a little pirouette in the backfield after he saw his back wasn't even looking for the pitch out. Made 9 yards out of nothing as Tilghman lines up. Harmon under center. This time Caldwell County hits it in the backfield. Cole Baker leads that attack, and it'll be a loss back to the 29-yard line. Good job by Baker and a couple of other Tigers in on the play. 3rd down and 2 now for Tilghman. Down to 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Very fast first quarter. A lot of completions by Caldwell County. Of course, Paducah Tilghman hasn't put it in the air yet, so the clock on the move tonight. Wishbone with Harmon under center. He's going to roll out. He's got some room on that far side. Gets across the 30, the 35. He's got some room up at the 40 and brought down out of bounds about the 43-yard line. Jameer Riley on the tackle for Caldwell County, but a big gain for Paducah Tilghman. They get it all the way out to their own 42-yard line, officially 1st and 10 Tilghman. Bob, that's the speed we talked about, why he is the leading rusher on the team. Even though he hasn't had a lot of carries tonight, he can get to the outside quicker than anybody else on that squad. Handoff now puts Tilghman up to about the 45, maybe just across the 45. Barnes on the carry for Tilghman. Nose of it still touching the 45, so we'll call it there, Bob. It's just across. We'll call it 2nd down and 7 for Tilghman. Harmon will go under center. Handoff to the deep back. He dances across the 45, the 50, and into Caldwell territory down at the 48-yard line. It'll be another 1st down for Paducah Tilghman. We'll call it the 47-yard line. On the play as they'll come up with under 2 minutes now in the quarter. Clock will start back up after the chains are set. Caldwell County, Bob, has everybody within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. Tilghman with the handoff. lowers his head, gets across the 45 to about the 41-yard line. Barnes again on the carry for Paducah Tilghman. And Bob, we're just getting out muscled right now on that line because they're just lowering their head at the line of scrimmage, keeping those legs churning, and they're picking up at least I'd say a 3 to 4 yard average a carry tonight so far, maybe a little bit more.
Yes, probably more. They've had about 4 double-digit runs tonight.
Harmon takes a snap, wants to do the pitch out again. Now his ball on the ground as he dropped it, picks it back up, dances around. He'll be brought down at the 40-yard line. Bob, that's a couple of plays. Looked like Harmon wanted to do a little pitch out, but nothing really there. I don't know if they're on the same page with that play call or somebody's got the wrong play on maybe on the wristband or something, because it has not worked twice for Tilghman, but they've made gains out of both times it's happened.
Well, it may be something he thinks he sees and it tries to take advantage of it. He's lucky on that play. He didn't cough it up.
Actually, ball on the ground for just a second. He was able to bend down and pick it up. Caldwell County, it looks like they jumped. They'll stop this one. Looks like somebody on the left side of the line for Caldwell County got a little anxious. And this could pick up Tilghman another first down. It is against Caldwell County. Ball's going to go to the 35, but more important, it is a first down for Paducah Tilghman. They needed 4. The penalty picks them up 5. So 1st and 10 from the 35 now for Paducah Tilghman. 27 seconds left in the quarter. Harmon goes under center. Hand off to the up back. He's going to be hit and stopped after about a 2-yard gain. Merritt on the carry, number 4 for Tilghman. And that may be the last play of the quarter. I don't think Paducah Tillman's going to be in any hurry to get this back in as we count down 4 seconds left. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So after 1, it's Caldwell County 7, Paducah Tilghman 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the second quarter action. So stay tuned for that. This is Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
It's a lot of hard work and fast-paced time of year for our area farmers. Harvest time comes around quickly, and no one knows that better than Fredonia Valley Bank. Surrounded by beautiful corn and bean fields for the past 123 years, sits a real community bank, Fredonia Valley Bank. We find great pleasure in serving our customers and the hard-working farmers and businesses that make up our local communities. We keep the soil flowing through our veins and our hearts grounded in serving our local communities we call home. Visit us today at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to Tiger Stadium. Into the first quarter, Caldwell County tied with Fort Campbell at 7. The Tigers took advantage of a turnover on the kickoff by Paducah Tilghman, took it in for the touchdown. Paducah Tilghman got the ball back, marched their length of the field, picked up 7 points, and driving right now as we enter the second quarter. Bob, it's been all on the ground by Tilghman, and their yards per carry is going to be pretty impressive when you get to those halftime stats, unless something tightens up for Caldwell County.
And time of possession obviously will be in their favor as well.
Exactly what Coach Barnes did not want to happen. He wanted the Tigers to try to get Tilghman off, a couple of 3 and outs. Now let them sustain some of these long drives and eat up that clock, keep that Tiger offense on the sideline. But so far, Paducah Tilghman having their way on the ground as Harmon comes up under center. He's going to roll left, looks up the field, gets across the 30 and down near the 25-yard line. Harmon's got some speed, Bob. If he ever breaks that corner, you might as well just ring up 6 for him because he has got some speed. We'll call it the 27-yard line on the carry by Harmon. Third down, big third down for Caldwell County as Paducah Tilghman starting to get in deep into Caldwell County territory. Harmon goes under center, wishbone set behind him. He'll hand off to number 31. He's got some room and a first down across the 20. Michael Barnes again on the carry, second leading rusher for Tilghman. Big kid, 6'2", 204. And Caldwell County's got their hands full trying to bring him down. It'll be a first down, ball spotted about the 19-yard line we'll give him. And, Bob, this kid just lowers his head. When he starts to feel the contact, he just lowers his head and uses strength. He's picking up a lot of this just on his own.
It's been a really tough physical football game so far for the Tornado.
Snap is back. Harmon's going to keep it. He's got some tackle in the backfield, but gets away. Now he comes back up, makes something out of nothing again. Harmon keeps it. He was almost down in the backfield, had his jersey, broke away from it. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
Pick up a 5 yards on that scramble.
So the scramble takes him up for a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 for Tilghman. Bob, I didn't pick up that player for Caldwell that almost had him in the backfield, but he was all but down. Caldwell County's got everybody in the box right now. Tilghman in the wishbone. Handoff is to the deep back. He's got some room across the 10, down near the 5-yard line. SQ on the carry for Paducah Tilghman. It'll be 1st and goal for Tilghman from the 5. As Caldwell unable to stop that run.
1st and goal at the 5 for Paducah Tilghman.
Tilghman, same set they've ran all night long. Wishbone behind Harmon. He gets it to Askew again. Askew's down near the goal line. Let's see if they mark him. And they're giving him touchdown. Paducah Tilghman takes their first lead of the night on the touchdown by Askew from 5 yards out. So with 9:57 left in the quarter, Paducah Tilghman takes their first lead. Just hard-nosed running by Paducah Tilghman. That one right up the gut by Askew.
We'll credit him with a 5-yard run.
Number 14 on for the extra point for Tilghman. Snap is back and down. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. And it is good. So with 9:57 left in the first half, it's Tilghman 14, Caldwell 7. We'll be back with more action. Stay tuned in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Back to Tiger Stadium. It's Paducah Tilghman 14, Caldwell 7. And I think that last spot tie was Princeton Electric Plant Board. And we want to thank them for the Wi-Fi service out here. It is great. The fiber optics work wonderful with our streaming and the broadcast. So we thank those guys down there for doing what they did for us to get this set up. A lot of people enjoying the live stream the last couple of seasons, and we are happy to bring it. Bob, Caldwell County is going to get the ball back on offense, but that defense has to be getting together and see what they can do different to stop this Tilghman run. This kickoff fielded at the 13 by Jameer Riley. Far sideline dances across the 25, 30, and up near the 35-yard line.
He brings it out to the 33-yard line where it will be.
They're going to, let's see, they're going to spot him at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Caldwell County from the 33. Trailing in this one now 14-7.
And our 3rd possession tonight. Our first possession we score. Second possession we throw the interception deep into Tilghman territory.
Jaggers has 3 receivers this side. He's got some pressure, going to have to roll. Cuts it loose. It's complete at the 40-yard line. I think that was Jameer. No, it's not Jameer. Let's see who that is. It's Newsom or Parker. Parker on the reception.
And a
Let's see a flag down on the play near the line of scrimmage. Jaggers had to roll, had some pressure. And team's back at the line of scrimmage, but they do have an injured player all the way back near the 15-yard line.
And that's not a flag on the ground, Dennis. It looks like a
Maybe it's just a spot. Okay.
Yeah.
It had me fooled too right there behind where Joby was lining up. The completion gets Caldwell County up to the 41-yard line. Good job by Joby. He had to throw into some coverage again there. Good job, as we said, by Parker. If it gets to Parker's hands, we talked about it in the pregame, the last few games, it's going to be a catch.
Oliver has 5 catches so far tonight for 41 yards.
Tilghman's injured player limping off the field. Looks like, can you tell, is that number 32?
I can't.
For
is that
Tilghman?
Barnes, maybe? Josh Dunbar.
So he will go off the field. Warm night here at Tiger Stadium. Feels more like late August than late September. And Bob talked about earlier on, Tilghman plays 7 players each way, so that could come into play later on in the second half. Right now, Caldwell County comes to the line. 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. 2 receivers each way. Snap is back, it's low, and Joby's going to go down. Spent so much time trying to field that snap that the pocket just collapsed on him. And he's going to go down for a loss back at the, look like about the 40.
There is a flag on this play.
And it's false start against Caldwell County.
So maybe
they'll have to decide whether they take the down or the 5 yards.
I would think they would give us the down over if they take the penalty. This is one of the ones I think he refused.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We lost yardage on the play to begin with and the down, so it looks like Tilghman is going to march it off, though.
Back to the 36.
Kind of surprising. Yeah, they'll spot at the 36-yard line. Call it 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Jaggers quickly this side to Newsom, in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. Running that little curl route back over to Newsom. Couldn't reel it in. 3rd down now for Caldwell County. 9:09 on the clock, and it stopped with the incompletion. And they just took about a yard away from us with the spot. They spotted the ball right on the 35. We were at the 36-yard line.
I think they're moving it to the other hash.
They're moving it to the other hash, but they still took the yard away from us. Now he's going to pull the ball back up. So we are all set now from the 36. 3rd down for Caldwell County. Snap is back to Jaggers. He drops back. He's got a little pressure having to roll this side. He's got an open man in Newsom at the 40. Complete and up across the 45-yard line. Should be enough for a Little Caesars 1st down. That last-ditch little dive by Newsom got the ball to the 46-yard line. 1st down, Caldwell County. Good job by Jaggers to roll out of the pressure. 2 receivers each way for the Tigers. Handoff is to Jameer Riley across the 50. Hit at the 45, still on his feet to the 40, and down to about the 37-yard line. Caldwell County has used several backs so far this season, even some of the linebackers in at running back, but Jameer Riley probably by far the quickest to hit the line of scrimmage.
He is, I think, coming into his own as a running back.
Jaggers takes a snap, looks up, in and out of the hands of Newsom. Pass was high. So the incompletion will stop it at 8:44 left in the 1st half. 2nd and 10 for Caldwell County. Stay tuned at halftime. Bob will have all of the 1st half stats, and we'll get our first look at the Caldwell County High School Band of Pride on the field tonight, full uniforms. So stay tuned for that at halftime. They'll be on the live stream. Flag on the play, and I don't know if Caldwell's got too many men. No, I don't think so, but flag came in very early. We had 2 guys in motion.
Well, we hadn't really had a chance to come set yet. But
it's going to be a procedure call against Caldwell County. Back it up 5 yards to the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 15 now for Caldwell County as they'll split Parker far to the right side. And the referees blow the whistle to start play. Jaggers in the backfield. He's going to put Ben Holt in motion. Handoff pitches to Riley, though. Riley leapfrogs one across the 35 and down to the 33. Trail Riley on the carry on that one.
Was that a forward lateral to him?
It was.
So we call that a pass.
They faked the handoff to Ben Holt, who went in motion, lateraled up to Trail Riley, and Trail with a nice pickup gets Caldwell back in some manageable third down distance. Third down, and we'll call it 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. Empty backfield for Jaggers, 5 receivers. Low snap comes back. Jaggers has to roll. He's got some pressure, goes far sideline. It's complete over there, but well short of the 1st down. In fact, the pass will bring it back to about the 35. Ben Holt on the catch, but I think Caldwell lost a couple of yards on that play. Bob, probably the most pressure we've seen on Joby in at least a couple of weeks.
They're still fresh. We can only hope their legs tire here.
Caldwell's going to keep the offense on the field. 4th down and 8. 3 receivers set to the near sideline. Jaggers has Jameer Riley in the backfield. Jaggers drops back over the middle, up and off the fingertips of Trail Riley, incomplete. So the turnover on downs will give it to Paducah Tilghman. They'll take over at their own 35-yard line, wasn't it, Bob?
They're 35, yes.
7:15 left in the first half. Caldwell trailing this one 14-7. Tigers coming in a fairly heavy favorite tonight according to the Lichtenhouse ratings. Close to a 15 to 18 point favorite. But so far tonight it's been all Tilghman on the ground. And they come to the line still in the wishbone. Harmon will go under center. Harmon takes it, a handoff to the deep back. He's across the 40 and up near the 45 before the pile is stopping. Still digging, though. Extra effort all the way out to about the 46-yard line. So 11 yards again, just like we started the game, Bob. 11-yard carry and a 1st down Paducah Tilghman. Michael Barnes having a big night for Paducah Tilghman. And they're going to reset the play clock now. I think Caldwell County is going to take the timeout. 7 minutes even left in the first half. Bob, we'll keep it here on this one and talk about Caldwell County's got the timeout. They've got the coaching staff on the field. Going to try to talk to these players a little bit and come up with a little better game plan to stop this run. Pretty impressive run game by Paducah Tilghman. We knew that's what they were going to do, but it's been really impressive so far in this ball game.
And they've had they've accomplished what they've set out to accomplish, Dennis. And we've got to find a way to slow them down. You can't depend on them getting tired and all that. We have to take control, rise up, bow our back, and really want to play some football here.
Caldwell County with 11 players within 5 yards of the ball. Tilghman comes to the line in the wishbone. Harmon under center. He's going to roll to his left. Tries to string it out to the far side. Gets around the end up across midfield. And he'll be knocked out of bounds at around the 48-yard line of Caldwell County. Tigers did a good job of stringing that out, but you've got a very quick player in Harmon that can turn just any time and head upfield. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down now and 5 for the Blue Tornado, who lead this one 14-7 with 6.5 left in the half. Caldwell County, everybody in the box. Handoff is to Eskew. He's got some contact in the backfield, fights, gets back up to about the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up 1 on the play.
We'll give him to the 47 of Caldwell.
So a good job by the Tigers to finally get some contact in that backfield.
And it brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Tornado.
3rd and a long 3. And, Bob, they're averaging probably well over that so far in this first half. You'll have those stats at halftime, but you got to figure that on average they look to make the 1st down. Oh, ball is loose, and I think it's recovered by Caldwell County. Number 77.
And that is Noah McGowan.
Noah McGowan with the recovery. Looked like Harmon came out from under center and the ball just popped out of his hands, maybe wet from the sweat, but he never had hold of it when he came out from under center. Went down right behind the center, and number 77 for Caldwell County right on the ball. So a turnover. Paducah Tilghman gives Caldwell County back the ball in good field position, their own 48-yard line. Handoff is to Jameer Riley, bounces it back up the middle, turns, goes towards the right, gets across midfield. And it'll be up to the Tilghman 47-yard line. Good run by Jameer. Caldwell County 2 receivers set each way. Jaggers quickly over this side to Newsom. Newsom has it complete at the 47. He's got across the 40, driven out of bounds near the 35-yard line. They're going to put him down at the 34, so a nice run after the catch by Travis Newsom. Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County. Tigers looking to tie this one up. 5 minutes left in the first half. Jameer Riley in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, go up the middle, across the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. Good hard running tonight by Jameer Riley also, Bob.
Carry of 7 yards on that play. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And the referees are going to say Caldwell County jumped again on this one. We're going to turn 2nd and 4 into 2nd and 9 on the motion on that Tiger line. So we'll call it 2nd down and 8 for Caldwell County. 32-yard line for the Tigers. 2 receivers set. Riley in the backfield. Jaggers drops back quickly to Newsom on the curl. He's got it complete and up to the 30-yard line, but that's about it.
That Travis on the reception.
Travis Newsom on the catch for Caldwell County. 3rd and 6, Tigers from their own from the Tilghman 30-yard line. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the half. 2 receivers each way. Jaggers drops back, looks down the field, rolls, complete to Jameer Riley at the 17, and Riley knocked out of bounds down at the 6. Picked up another 10-plus yards after the catch. Nice run by Jameer. And it'll be 1st and goal, Caldwell County. Little Caesars first down for the Tigers. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Jameer in the backfield with Jaggers. He takes a handoff, is going to try to bounce it outside, turns up the field, has a hole, not quite to the goal line, but he does make yards. Let's see how much they give him if he's inside the 5 or right on the 5. A pickup of 1 on the play for Jameer Riley. Looked like that hole was there, Bob, but it just closed very quickly.
It did close quickly.
And Paducah Tilghman's going to take a timeout and talk about this one. 3:31 left in the first half. Caldwell trails 14-7, but driving. We'll keep it right here on this one. Bob, Jaggers has looked sharp when he's had time tonight. He's just had a little more pressure than he's had in the recent weeks.
Joby right now having 12 out of 17, 1 interception.
Caldwell County trying to cash in on the second Paducah Tilghman turnover of the night. They fumbled near midfield. Caldwell County is driven from their own 40, I think it's 48-yard line down. Ball currently spotted right on the 5-yard line. A reminder, we'll be on the road again next week and go to Union County. Big district matchup, much improved Union County team. Will be on the air at 6 o'clock with Bob and Coach Barnes. Pregame at 6:30 and kickoff at 7 from Union County next week right here on WPKY, so I hope you'll tune in for that. 2 tight end set for Caldwell County. Handoff is to Jameer Riley, dances through the middle. It's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Caldwell brought the blockers in for that. He just could not break.
They're going to mark it at the 1, at the 2.
We'll call it down at the 3. So just a gain of 2. 3rd down and goal from the 3 for Caldwell. They bring Dylan Gray and Cole Baker in the backfield. Jaggers with a corner route, incomplete. Looking for Jameer Riley in the corner. So it's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 3. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out and go for the touchdown instead of the field goal. Ben Holt coming into the ball game along with Travis Newsom and Oliver Parker, as Bashir, Baker, and Gray will come out. It's going to leave Jameer Riley in the backfield with Jaggers. 2:59 left in the half. And it's going to be a timeout. Caldwell County having to rush on that one. Play clock ticking down. So a big 4th down play here, Bob. I don't know if they call the timeout to beat the play clock or keep the play clock from going out, or if they're going to talk about this and see if they want to put 3 on the board instead of trying to go for the 7. Caldwell has had no answer so far tonight for Paducah Tilghman's run attack, as the Blue Tornado have marched down the field and taken a 14-7 lead. Caldwell capitalized on the first Tilghman turnover, trying to do the same with the second. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, Caldwell County Band of Pride on the field for their first in-uniform performance tonight here at Tiger Stadium of the season. Also, Bob will have all the first half stats and a look ahead to the second half. Jaggers brings the offense back out on the field. He's got Trell Riley and Jameer Riley back there with him. Trell Riley settles in the slot. Jaggers drops back. He's got some pressure. Looks to the end zone. Throws it up. It's complete at the 5 to Trell Riley, but he's going to lose yardage. Trell Riley with the reception, but he's going to be tackled at the 9-yard line. And turnover on downs for Caldwell County is going to give it back to Tilghman. And Bob, the pressure again got to Jaggers. He really just had to throw it towards the end zone and hope good things happen, but threw right into a receiver that was double covered, and Trell had no chance of trying to get that one in.
He's been under heavy rush, much more so than we've seen all year. You're right, Dennis. He's running for his life a lot of times tonight.
It's almost like the situation he was in a lot against Christian County back in week 1. So Tilghman takes over 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Handoff is to Barnes. He's up the field over the 15. Hurdles a tackler.
Mark him down.
And he's down to the 17-yard line. So big 1st down gain. We'll call him 2nd and a long 1. 2:25 left in the half. Snap is back. Handoff is to Askew. Tries to come around the end. Gets up across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. That will be a 1st down. Will Bashir on the tackle for Caldwell County. Clock stopped as the chains move, but Tilghman yet to attempt a pass tonight. And Harmon will bring his guys to the line of scrimmage under center. Wishbone set. Fake the handoff. There's a flag on the play. That was a busted play. Harmon's going to come down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss on the play of 1 for Paducah Tilghman. We'll see what the flag is. Baker and Perkins in on the tackle for Caldwell County. And it is going to go against Tilghman. Not sure what they did, called probably a hold, you would suspect, from the side of the flag. It is holding against Paducah Tilghman.
I'll mark it back at the 10.
So that'll put them back to the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st down and 21. Caldwell County puts just about everybody within 5 yards of the ball on Tilghman, not expecting the pass at all at this point. Roll out by Harmon, turns up the field. He's got some room up the middle, brought down across the 20 at about the 22-yard line. Jordan Harmon, a very quick runner, nowhere near as powerful as the backs Askew and Barnes. But his quickness makes up for that as he's really able to stop on a dime, Bob, and just turn it up the field.
Our only hope is for the clock to run out because it doesn't appear that we can make them except fumble or turn it over. We're not stopping their rushing attack.
Pitch out is down after about a yard gain. Good job by Caldwell County. Will Bashir got back there, handled that pitch out. Gabe East also in on the tackle for Caldwell County. 3rd down and long. 40 seconds left on the clock. Tilghman doesn't really look like they're in a hurry to get this play off. They'll walk up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. Harmon takes a snap, spins. He's going to turn up the field up to the 25, 30. Still on his feet, far sideline. Gets out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And 13 seconds left on the clock. They'll spot it at the 35-yard line, Bob. So a 1st down run by Harmon moves Tilghman out to the 35-yard line with 13 seconds left in the first half. Clock stopped as Harmon went out of bounds on the play. Wishbone set still. And Flag's going to throw this one dead. I think it was procedure against Tilghman. That'll back them up 1st and 15 from the 30. But Bob, a lot of adjustments for that defense for Caldwell County is going to have to be made at halftime as Tillman's kind of manhandled the Tigers up front, picking up a lot of times 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 yards on 2 or 3 plays on 1st down tonight.
And I think we're fortunate, Dennis, to be in this game. We received the second half kickoff. We're only down 14-7, and we've moved the ball on Tilghman. We just can't stop their offense attack.
Yeah, busted plays or turnovers are really keeping us in this ball game at this point for Tilghman. Harmon under center. Handoff is to the deep back. He's hit number 31. Looked like the ball was loose for a minute. Let's see who comes up with it. Ball did hit the ground. They've got it spotted at the 31-yard line. Looks like Tilghman stayed on the ball. And I'm not sure if they didn't just call him down at that spot, Bob, because the ball did come loose. I thought for a second Caldwell had it.
Well, we didn't see anybody.
And it is Caldwell County ball. They took a long time to talk about that one. We saw the ball clearly come out, so Caldwell County has time for at least one play from the 31-yard line. 3rd turnover for Paducah Tilghman in the first half.
Ball marked at the Tilghman 30.
We'll call it the 32-yard line after the fumble recovery.
Yeah,
we couldn't really pick up the person that recovered the fumble. Big pile down there, but anyway, Caldwell County comes out 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. 7 seconds, that's all that's left on the clock as Jaggers comes out with Jameer Riley in the backfield with him. 2 receivers each side. Jaggers drops back, goes sideline, in and out of the hands, look like Holt. Intended for Ben Holt, 2 seconds left on the clock. So you got to throw for the end zone now because you're looking at probably a 49-yard field goal attempt. And they are bringing Nichols on to see if he can pick up the points for the Tigers. He'll spot this one somewhere around the 39. Let's call it officially a 48-yard attempt. Nichols will try this one from 48 yards. So a big play here for Caldwell County. See if we can cut into this lead with 2 seconds left. Timeout for Caldwell County. I'm not sure they had the right personnel on the field for that field goal attempt, rushing some late players in. So the Tigers will take the timeout. Halftime show coming up just shortly. Caldwell County right now trailing this one 14-7 as they have Nichols ready on the field to try to cut this lead to 4. Stats are going to favor Paducah Tilghman lopsided, especially in the run game in that first half. Also time of possession well on the side of Paducah Tilghman. Caldwell County's got the right set on the field. Now they'll come back out of the huddle. And let's see if they are bringing Nichols out. Nichols out there with Parker to hold. .48-yard attempt on the way for Boyce Nichols. Snap is down. Kick is up. Low line drive kick. And it is no good. Just short for Nichols on the attempt. So as the clock runs out at halftime, it's Paducah Tilghman 14, Caldwell County 7. We'll be back with the first half stats, a look at the Caldwell County Band of Pride on the field on the live stream, and a look ahead to the second half. All of that coming up in just a little bit, so stay tuned. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And we are back to the field here at Caldwell County High School. Halftime here. Caldwell County trails this one 14-7. Paducah Tilghman, a big night on the ground. Bob totaling the stats up, and he'll have those in just a second. Right now on the field, you can see some of the young cheerleaders from the cheerleader camp, so they're on the field. And we'll get the live stream on that. Looks to be probably, Ty, 25, 30 kids on the field with the cheerleaders. So they're going over a special song tonight. Band of Pride getting set to take the field first time in uniform in front of a football crowd so far this season. The name of the show for the band this year is called The Last Journey. And they were really impressive before we went on that long 3-week road trip. So we'll see what they do in full uniform tonight. Very warm night here at Caldwell County High School. Temperature at game time about 84 degrees. Paducah Tilghman came in as a fairly heavy underdog tonight according to Litkin House ratings, probably somewhere around 15 to 18 point underdog, but right now hold a 7-point lead on Caldwell County at halftime. Tilghman, though, with 3 turnovers in the half, kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit on that. Kept Caldwell in it at times, ended some drives. But Caldwell County is going to have to go to that locker room at halftime and discuss that Tilghman run game and how to stop that. And then we've got to get a little better protection for Joby Jaggers. He's had a good night statistically so far, but still been under a lot of duress as he drops back into that pocket. So the cheerleaders did have the clinic earlier this week. That's why all of them were down with the cheerleaders. So the 2 things Caldwell will have to work on in that locker room, getting Jaggers some protection and also stopping that Tilghman run. 2 huge tasks right now, the way Tilghman came out in that first half. Going on the road again next week to Union County, week after that at Trigg County. And then as long as Caldwell stays in the playoffs, they'll be home with the rest of the season. Fort Campbell and Mayfield to finish out the season here at Tiger Stadium. Playoff start, all the games will be here at Tiger Stadium if they can win this district. But right now, that looks like it's in a little bit of jeopardy as Paducah Tilghman has come out tonight and taken the early 14-7 lead. I'll tell you what, Darren, let's take another quick break. This time, give us at least a minute break, and we'll be back with the stats. This is Tiger Football on WPKY.
Here's a safety reminder from Tilghman Electric. Farming can be dangerous, so take time to observe some simple safety precautions. Look at the power lines before getting off or out of your cab, and when loading and transporting machinery on trailers, and when raising equipment arms on extensions. Be careful when handling irrigation pipes, ladders, and rods, and keep equipment at least 10 feet away from power lines. And remember the kids. Kids love playing outdoors. It is up to one of us to ensure they do it safely. Tilghman Electric reminds you to remind the kids to stay away from electrical substations and avoid playing with green electrical boxes. Do not climb trees or fly kites from on airplanes near power lines. Keep ladders and poles away so the kids cannot climb them or raise them near power lines. A safety reminder from Tilghman Electric. Tilghman Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
And we're back at Tiger Stadium. Hope you enjoyed on the live stream. I didn't know we had a dance squad, but some young ladies doing a great job out on the field with a performance here at halftime for Caldwell County. So we'll give them a big tip of the hat tonight and the job they did. Now the band setting up for their performance tonight. We'll keep the live stream on them even as we go through the first half stats. But just a huge night for Paducah Tilghman on the ground. They did much the same thing as Ty had told us before we went on to the air tonight, did the same thing against McCracken County earlier in the season. So not a surprise, just wondering how we're going to stop that ground attack for Tilghman here in this second half. And Bob, you just holler when you are ready with those. Band, as we said, their program is called The Last Journey, as they'll be in full marching season action for the next few weeks. Band numbers well up this year here at Caldwell County. Don't forget Saturday morning quarterback tomorrow morning. Bob will be on the air with Coach David Barnes. Hope you'll join us on WPKY for that one tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Just verifying the time on that 9 o'clock for the Saturday morning quarterback show. And I'm almost certain I will check it out during the one of the breaks, but I think there's some soccer action coming up next week here on the radio too. I think Joe Mack and Jeff McDaniels have one of the girls' games next week as we are nearing the end of the season. Want to congratulate also the fine showing by the Caldwell County volleyball team in last week's All-A Classic. They did a good job. I think they went 3-1 in play at the All-A Classic, so congratulations to the volleyball team. I know they're back in action at home this week. The one last night too over Madisonville. The Caldwell County boys soccer team in action tomorrow at Christian County in a tournament, and the girls soccer team over at Bowling Green in a tough Warren Central or Warren East tournament that's being played. I think the girls play 2 games Saturday, 1 game on Sunday. So soccer teams in some stiff competition over the weekend. We'll give you all the results on that next week. And I also want to mention the new show with Todd Griffith, Sideline Report, on Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock. So we've joined forces with the Times Leader, Todd Griffith. Everybody knows from the sports section at the Times Leader. And he'll be on with Ty on Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock. Now, of course, DT and Gator on the Tri-Shoes Sports Talk on Friday mornings at 8 o'clock. So a lot of sports action here on WPKY throughout the week. Stay tuned. We'll give you updates on that all throughout the week.
I think I'm ready, Dennis.
All right, Bob, take her away, brother.
In the score here at halftime is Paducah Tilghman 14, Caldwell County 7. We'll break down the scoring as follows. Caldwell County getting on the scoreboard first on a Jameer Riley 8-yard run. Boyce Nichols adding the kick, that coming with 10 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Caldwell County taking advantage of a muffed kickoff by Tilghman to score early. Caldwell leading at that point 7-0. Tilghman also in the first quarter at the 7-minute 12-second mark. Michael Barnes goes 15 yards. Kick added by Lance Butler. The extra point was good. And at that point, we were tied 7-7. In the second quarter, 9-minute 57-second mark, Mikhail Askew goes 5 yards. Again, Lance Butler adds the extra point. And at that particular time, Tilghman takes a 14-7 lead, and that's where we stand here at halftime. Looking at the stats for Caldwell County, in the rushing department, Jameer Riley with 10 carries and 56 yards. A really good night for him. In the passing department, Joby was 14 out of 21 with 1 intercepted. Oliver Parker with 5 of those catches for 41 yards. Travis Newsom, 4 catches, 42 yards. Trail Riley, 1 for a -6. Ben Holt, 2 catches for 3 yards. And Jameer Riley, 2 catches for 33 yards. 14 catches for a total of 113 yards. Caldwell County with 169 net total yards for Paducah Tilghman. No, they were 0 for 0 through the air. They rushed the ball 32 times. They pick up 182 yards on the ground here in the first half. Basically about almost over 5 yards a carry. And there were several double digits. They had 2 or 3 losses, but they're controlling the game by the rushing that they're doing. So they finished the first half with only 182 yards total offense, not that much higher than Caldwell County. But at the same time, they're running the clock, and we're not running the clock with our passing attack. As we mentioned early, the Tigers pick up will take the second half kickoff, so maybe we can get something going coming out of halftime, and just doing some division on what the Tilghman Tornado rushed for, 5.7 yards per carry. So we have to find a way, Dennis, to defend that, or it might be a long third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, especially, Bob, a lot on the line tonight as the band is performing here at halftime. Do want to mention real quickly, congratulations to Sydney Riley, tonight's homecoming queen, crowned here before the game tonight. But Bob, you're right, a lot on the line as the district race usually comes down to these two teams, and the winner of this district has home field advantage all the way through the playoffs to the state semifinals as long as they win. So a lot on the line here. Caldwell County just having trouble stopping that running attack for Tilghman, and until we do, and if they're picking up close to 6 yards a carry, you don't look for a lot to change from Paducah Tilghman.
You know what their game plan is. I would really be suspect if they came out and attempted a pass in the second half, knowing what they were able to accomplish in the first half. So if they try a pass in the second half, that might be to our advantage.
I think I only recall one time in that first half that Tilghman had 3rd and long, and I think it ended up being the fumble down here to close out towards the end of the first half. So it's been a lot of 3rd down and 1s, 3rd down and 2s, or maybe even picking up first downs on the first 2 possessions. So Caldwell really has to do something about that. Offensively, the Tigers are getting a good running night from Jameer Riley. He's made some good runs tonight. Statistically, Joby's throws, he's working at, 67% accuracy, but he's just being pressured a lot, and it's causing Caldwell not to be able to work the ball down the field to keep those drives going. They've got to start controlling the pressure, picking up some of the blitzes at the line of scrimmage or early in the backfield, give Joby some time to throw it. And in one drive, it looked like we were really clicking on Jaggers to Parker. I don't know if Tilghman really closed that out or we just decided to go back to Jameer, but Oliver Parker having a good night also for the Tigers.
One of the things I think we should point out here, each team has really had the ball for 4 particular drives. So you can tell by that how quickly the game has moved. Tilghman, one of their touchdown drives consisted of, get my sheet here, 16 plays. Caldwell County has had a 9-play drive where we turned it over on downs. Then that was late deep in Tilghman territory. That's the other thing that we didn't do. We got down to the Tilghman 9 and couldn't punch it in.
Actually, I think we had it down to the 3.
We got it to the 3, and then we ended up on 4th down losing. That was the pass to trail that lost us that particular amount of yardage. So we've had our chances to get to stay in this game and be tied here at halftime, but that's the breaks that occur in a football game. Fortunate that Tilghman bumped the opening kickoff, and we were able to go down and attack quickly and get in the end zone basically a minute plus into the game. So I think we get in, we get settled down. What's been seen, we're getting to the ball, but we're just not bringing the kids down. They're able to pick up 3 and 4 yards, it seems like, when we have them in the pile, and we've got to figure out a way to somebody go low and get those ankles cut out from under them. But
I think that's a great point. Those guys are big. I think the Barnes kids going 6'2", 205, somewhere in that neighborhood. So they're big kids back there. Harmon's quick. He's not as big, but he's pretty quick. But you're right. They're picking up a lot of yards after contact and just keeping that head down and keeping those legs churning. They're moving the pile at times, like you said, 3 and 4 yards.
And basically what we've seen all night, 2 tight ends, a wishbone. We haven't seen any wing T type.
No, they haven't varied at all. They've been in the same formation every play they had. I don't know how many plays they had in the first half, but every play has been the same one. Even busted plays, they're picking up 5, 6, 7 yards at a time.
And it's seemingly on those busted plays, all those pretty well involving the quarterback Jordan Riley. So maybe we can get him to turn the ball over in the second half on that. So we've got, I'm sure we're making adjustments here at halftime, and hopefully we'll come out and get our offense clicking and go down and get this thing tied and then bow our heads.
We are about 4.5 minutes left from kickoff of the second half. I do want to have one more announcement while we've got the band on the field. I want to mention a band fundraiser going on September 28th at the Butler Gym. They will have pork chops and chicken breast. You can get the whole meal for $7 or just the sandwich for $5. That's a fundraiser for the Band of Pride. That's coming up on September 28th, and that sounds good right now. So we'll have to go by that. I love when I think I heard Big John doing the barbecuing.
No, that's for
No.
Roy Jean's thing.
Oh, for Roy Jean's thing. Okay. Jason Redfern is on. So Jason, you've got some big shoes to fill on this. You're going to have to step up on that one a little bit, but that I'm sure it'll be great. And we'll go by there and get some barbecue that weekend, Bob, if you'll remind me. But we may take some to the.
Well, that could be the Union County meal.
Could be. That sounds really good. So we'll look at that for the fundraiser for the band teams. Well, Caldwell County has come back out on the field. They're getting set for the second half. Paducah Tilghman still talking over what to do, maybe resting a little bit longer. As Bob said in the pregame show, they do play 7 players each way, so maybe that'll come into play a little bit here on a warm night in the second half. We're hoping so, as Caldwell County trails this one by a score of 14-7, and about 3 minutes left before we'll kick this one off. I'll tell you what, Darren, let's take about a 2-minute break, and we'll be back and get ready to set up this second half action. So in 2 minutes, we'll be back. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agriculture propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Al Sanders from KFC here to talk about the good old days. Well, the good old days are still here in chicken form, specifically in KFC's original recipe fried chicken with 11 herbs and spices. Our delicious chicken is still hand-breaded and pressure fried just like it was then. Get your fill with 2 pieces of my original recipe in a $5 fill-up with mashed potatoes, a biscuit, a cookie, and a drink at a KFC near you. KFC, it's still finger-licking good. At participating KFCs, prices may vary. Tax extra.
Princeton Drug Company, 103 West Main in Princeton, proudly features low-cost prescriptions and friendly service. Princeton Drug offers in-town delivery, in-store pickup, or a convenient drive-through window. Princeton Drug has a wide selection of Christian greeting cards for every occasion. Princeton Drug is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday from 8:30 to 2:30. No deliveries on Saturday. Princeton Drug, 103 West Main Street, Princeton. Phone 365-5585.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're inside a minute to set this one off into the second half. Bob, Caldwell County's back out on the field. They'll see if they made the right adjustments to try to stop that Tilghman running game here in the second half.
Time will tell. We're 40 seconds away. I don't think the officials are going to put any more time on the clock, or at least we won't know that till it ticks down to 0.
I think we've had a fairly long halftime. We had a lot of activities going on with the cheerleader camp participants on there, and also a pretty cool performance from the young dance team out here. They were impressive with the music going on out there, so a good job by those young ladies tonight. And then the band had a great performance, Bob, at halftime. I hope everybody enjoyed that on the live stream. They are really doing a good job. Expecting to see a lot of pictures in the paper of awards they'll win and some contests coming up here in the near future around the area. So good job by all the kids tonight and all the things they did. The cheerleaders did a good job with the little ones in the camp. You could tell how much they learned in the clinic this past week.
And getting back to the band, Dennis, they were decked out in their uniforms, and we don't know whether they're back over here in the stands or whether they went to the band room to take them off. Probably
I would say they would be shedding those jackets tonight because it is warm out here. They did put 3 minutes back on the clock, so we'll start counting this one down to the second half kickoff. And don't forget to stay tuned after the ball game. We'll have the Taco John's post-game show coming up tonight. Taco Tuesday.
All week long.
All week long.
Up through tonight, so you can still get your Taco Tuesday deal in after the football game here.
Yeah, that'd be a great place to head straight to when you leave Butler Stadium. Go get a bunch of tacos to down on a Friday night. So that'll be coming up after the game. The Taco John's post-game show. Bob will have all the game stats and a look ahead to next week. But Bob, Caldwell County's got a lot of work to do, a lot riding on this one. And at halftime, 7-3. Corbin leads Mayfield 7-3 at halftime. Kind of a surprising score for Mayfield. But a lot riding on this game, Bob. You've got to punch your ticket as district champion to stay at home in the playoffs once they start, all the way to, if you're fortunate enough to make it to the state semifinals. So we don't want to give that away to Paducah Tilghman. So we've got to come up with a stop for that running game, maybe a little more protection for Joby. We will get first possession here in this second half, though, so Caldwell County could come out and tie this game about the way shaping up a lot the way the Henderson County game was.
It is shaping up that way, down by 6 over there, down by 7 here. Us getting the ball first to start that half there, us getting the ball to start the half here. Joby, a pretty good statistical night, 14 out of 21, 1 interception for nearly 140 yards, averaging 10 yards a pass reception, and for the most part his receivers have been nearly wide open, and Oliver Parker just taking advantage of the 6, 7, 8 yards his man was giving him, and we were converting on those passes. So again, we'll see what changes we made here as we start the second half. The clock running down at 40 seconds right now. Tigers are already lined up in their formation to receive the kickoff. Tilghman getting last-minute instructions before they come out and take their spots. So to call the third quarter and the kickoff, Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Paducah Tilghman has it teed up at the 40. Dropping back for Caldwell County, Trail and Jameer Riley. They should receive somewhere, if it's kicked to them, somewhere around their 10 to 15-yard line. Tilghman kicked off short earlier in the ball game. approaches, but whistles will blow this dead. Looked like a pooch kick going towards the far sideline.
And the clock had not ticked down to 0 yet, so Tilghman a little bit anxious.
So they had something up their sleeve. Let's see if they stick with it. That should tell Caldwell County something. They looked like they had a little pooch kick headed towards Bashir's side of the field on the far side. Let's see if they stick with that or kick it away. True trailer Jameer Riley. Coaching staff trying to push the Tigers over towards that side of the field a little bit, trying to get Jameer's attention to go that way. So a little flub on the clock may have forced Tilghman into showing their hand on this one. Again, same thing. This one's received at the 40. Bashir up across the 45 and close to midfield. So they stuck with what they were going to, even though it was shown. Will Bashir on the catch and the return. He'll get it out to the 47-yard line for Caldwell County. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 47. And looking to tie this one up as they come in trailing at halftime, 14-7.
Yeah, apparently a penalty on
the kickoff. I think they heard him say face mask on that, so it's going to push it all the way into Tilghman territory to start this drive from the Tilghman 47-yard line. Snap is back to Jaggers, hands off to Riley. Riley dances across the 45. Powell still moving, and he'll be called dead at the 43-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the play will bring up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Jameer Riley in the backfield. Parker and Trail Riley. Caldwell County is going to get called for motion again as they were obviously going to the air. So that'll nullify the gain and actually make it 2nd down and 11. A few more penalties on the Tigers than normal this week, Bob. It's not been a real clean game for them in that area either.
A little bit anxious, I think, on 3 or 4 plays tonight.
Jaggers drops back, up too high. Intended receiver there was it was Parker. Parker out in the flats, ball too high for him. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Tigers on their opening possession here in the 2nd half. Trail Riley and Newsom to the near sideline. Extra tight end in, 1 receiver to the far side. That's Parker.
Play being changed at the line of scrimmage. Still plenty of time on the play clock.
Pulled Ben Holt off the line, put him out at receiver. Jaggers drops back, dances around, complete to Newsom at the 40s, across the 35, the 30, still chugging to the 25 and down to about the 24-yard line. Good muscled up run by Travis Newsom after the catch on that one. He was dragging white jerseys with him for a good 10 yards. Little Caesars 1st down on the play puts Caldwell County at the Paducah-Tilghman 24-yard line.
Tough run after the catch.
Jaggers quickly this side again to Newsom across the 20 and out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Call it at the, I think he's going to mark it at the 18 side, Judge. Number 4, Barrett on the tackle for Tilghman. Caldwell County on the march, 2nd and 4 now. Jameer Riley in the backfield. Newsom again, near side receiver, 3 to the right. Handoff is to Riley, gets up across the 15. I think his forward progress will take him down to about the 14-yard line, maybe even the 13. We'll see after the pile clears. We'll call it the 13-yard line.
5-yard pickup on the play.
Should be close to a 1st down. Officials are looking to the sideline. And I think they are going to call for a measurement. .41 left in the 3rd quarter. Caldwell County driving on their 1st possession. Caldwell County started out with great field position after the short kickoff, little pooch kick by Tilghman, returned nicely by Bashirs. And it is a 1st down, Caldwell County, it looks like. 1st down, Tigers. Little Caesars 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. So Caldwell County with a early momentum here in the second half. You've got Holt, Parker to the far sideline, Newsom, Trail Riley to the near sideline. Jagger still getting the play from his sideline as the officials come back onto the field. And they're going to add 12 seconds to the clock, according to Coach Stallings. So we'll put 10:53 now on the clock. 3 receivers set to the far sideline. It's going to be empty backfield for Jaggers. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Jaggers drops back. It's complete to Trail Riley at the 15, and it's going to be a touchdown, Caldwell County. Nice run. Trail Riley made the little curl catch at the 15. And goes in untouched. Nice play by Caldwell County. Set up for that one. Good blocking by Newsom on that side also. And Caldwell County is an extra point away from tying this game after being dominated on the ground in that first half. Bob, that play is a good catch by Trail Riley, but also some good blocking by Travis Newsom on that sideline to break him wide open. I don't think Trail was touched from the 15-yard line.
A well-executed play. Well executed.
Nichols on for the extra point. Snap is back and down. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:44 left in the third quarter, Caldwell County ties this one up. It's the Tigers 14, the Blue Tornado 14. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football on 103.3 The Tiger.
Going out of business sale at Sandra's Gatherings. You heard right. Sandra and Billy are going to the house, but not before offering their customers savings before they go. They want to reduce inventory now. Save 30% on all items store-wide. Shop now for the holidays and save 30% off all items store-wide. It's the going out of business clearance at Sandra's Gatherings, 116 East Main Street in Princeton.
Tiger Stadium, 10:44 left in the third quarter. Caldwell County has tied this one up on a nice 13-yard run, or catch rather, by Trail Riley.
Just to point out, Dennis, we have the ball 1 minute, 16 seconds of that third quarter and put 7 points on the board. So Coach Barnes doesn't need a lot of time to get points on the board.
So half of the adjustments made, giving Joby some protection as the kick goes deep. Nice kick by Nichols, going to drive Tilghman back to the 11-yard line. I think that's SQ onto the catch. He's got some room, breaks across the 35 and brought down near the 40. Looked scary for a minute, Bob, as he picked up a head of steam, came across the field.
It was scary for about 2 seconds. You're right, Dennis.
So Tilghman will come out to the 37-yard line. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. But, Bob, offensively, we gave Joby the time to throw the ball. He led the team down, picked up 7 points. Now we'll see if the big question can be answered, if we can put a stop to that Tilghman run game.
That's what we attempt to hope to have an answer on this particular drive. We'll see.
Paducah Tilghman averaged almost 6 yards a carry in that first half as they racked up 180 some odd yards on the ground. I formation says first time they've come out of the wishbone tonight. Handoff to the deep back. And he gets it up to about the 44-yard line. SQ on the carry for Tilghman.
A new offensive look that we see for the first time.
Every play in the first half ran out of the wishbone. That time I formation with one receiver split to the right. Picks up 7 on the carry. It's spotted at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 3 for Tilghman. Back to the straight I formation. With the receiver in motion. Hand off to the deep back. He picks his way through. It'll be a first down, still going across the 50. And the pile's going to stop at about the 47-yard line of Caldwell County. But it is enough for a first down. 2 run plays and a first down for Tilghman, much like the first half. Ball's going to be spotted. That forward progress will take him down to the 46-yard line, rather, of Caldwell County. So 1st and 10, Tilghman from the Tiger 46. Still not a single pass tonight for Paducah Tilghman. I formation for Tilghman. It's going to be a run, a keeper for Harmon. He's up across the 40, still on his feet, 35 down to about the 34-yard line. Harmon's a quick runner, Bob, but he did something there that you don't see a lot of quick ones do. He waited for his blockers, set the blocks up good on the keeper, came out wide, and it's a first down on the play.
He followed his blocking exceptionally well and slowed down when he had to get them to set their blocks up. And for a young sophomore, running the attack really well tonight.
First and 10, Tilghman from the Tiger 34-yard line. I formation, extra tight end, just one receiver split to the right. He goes in motion. Hand off to the deep back. It's Eskew. He picks his way across the 30 down to about the 25-yard line. And Bob Tilghman really opened up a pretty good hole right there. It looked like he could have picked up even more than that. It's going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. Second down and 2 for Tilghman. But that was a pretty good-sized hole for Mr. Eskew to find his way through.
It was a big hole, but closed quickly. Dylan Gray doesn't make that tackle. He waltzes into the end zone.
Caldwell County, as we said, brings just about everybody within 5 yards of the football defensively. I formation. Hand off to the deep back. He's going to go right up the middle to about the 20-yard line. And enough for another first down as Tilghman is marching down the field again, run after run. Coming into the ball game for Caldwell County, Russ Bashir, as Englebright will come out for a rest. Bob, they've changed their formation, but the results, just like in the first half, they're still picking up somewhere in the neighborhood 5-6 yards a carry here to start the second half as they come out in the I formation again. Hand off to the deep back. He's across the 15, pushes the pile down to about the 14. Eskew on the carry for Tilghman. Number 22 in for the tackle for Caldwell County. That's Gabe East.
Pick up of 6 yards on that carry, brings up 2nd and 4.
And that's about their average, Bob. 6 yards a carry in the first half. That's what they got on first down here. 2nd and 4. I formation. Harmon under center. He takes the snap. Goes again to the deep back. He's caught from behind by Burden. Probably saved a touchdown, but the pile's still moving, dragging everybody. I mean, there's only 2 or 3 players on the field not in that pile as they pull him down at the 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Tilghman at the 6. But that's a classic example of the strength that these guys are running with for Paducah Tilghman. That pile was stopped at about the 10. Actually, Burden had the jersey back at about the 11. First and goal, Tilghman out of the I from the 6-yard line of Caldwell County. Ball is handed off. He bounces it outside a little bit, gets down close to the goal line, stops short. Eskew down to the 1. Second and goal from the 1 for Tilghman. 6:43 left in the third quarter.
So far, this will be the 9th play of the drive for Tilghman, answering Caldwell County's opening touchdown here in the third quarter.
Tilghman comes to the line. Second and goal from the 1. They go back to the wishbone set. Hand off to the deep back, hit in the backfield. I don't think he got in to the end zone. No signal yet.
No gain on the play, it looks like.
And the ball is going to be spotted at about the 1-yard line. He may have picked up a half a yard on the play as they came out of the wishbone, about a length of the football away from the goal line. Third down now for Paducah Tilghman as they try to retake the lead. Tied up right now at 14 with 5:50 left in the third quarter. Wishbone set again with Harmon under center. Snap is back, handoff. He's going to bounce it outside, and it's touchdown Paducah Tilghman And no flags on the play. 31 is Barnes on the carry for Paducah Tilghman. So with 5:36 left, Paducah Tilghman retakes the lead 20-14, and will have their attempt at the extra point. Bob, same results as the first half. About the only thing that stopped that Tilghman run game so far tonight has been themselves on turnovers.
That's been the only thing that has stopped Tilghman tonight.
14 in for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:36 left in the third quarter, it's Tilghman 21, Caldwell 14. We'll be back. This is a 30-second break. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
This is Holly Van Bigger with the Rural Agency in Clinton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodall@woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
And we are back to Tiger Stadium. Paducah Tilghman has taken the lead back 21-14 with 5:36 left in the third quarter. A drive that consisted again of all runs. Tilghman yet to try a pass attempt on the evening, but averaging just about 6 yards a carry through the first half, and it picked right back up in the second half as they changed. The only thing that changed is they went from a wishbone to an I formation.
It's just straight power football. Is nothing fancy, no reverses, nothing wide, just good old hard-nosed football.
Tilghman tees it up at the 40. Let's see if they go deep with this one. Kick is up. This one's going to be fielded by Trell Riley at the 16-yard line. He's across the 25, up across the 30, turns it back across the field, and nears the 40-yard line. Pyle still moving and gets up across the 40. Good extra effort there, and that draws the appreciation of the Tiger faithful here. Hard run by Trell Riley. Gets Tigers good field position at their own 43-yard line. So we'll see if Caldwell can get down the field and tie this one up and then somehow find an answer for that Tilghman run game. Jameer Riley stays in the backfield. Pitch out is to Riley. He gets across the 40 and run out of bounds. No gain on the play. And let's see if he even got back to the line of scrimmage. I want to say he may have lost a yard after the spot. It's not a very favorable spot. It's going to be marked back at the 41-yard line, so he did lose a couple. Three receivers set to the far sideline. Oliver Parker, or no, it's Travis Newsom on this side. Jameer Riley in the backfield. 10 on the play clock. Quickly this side to Newsom. It's complete, but he's hit as soon as he catches it. Stopped at about the original line of scrimmage. And they're not even going to give him back to the original line of scrimmage, only to about the 40, back to the 41-yard line, Bob. I thought he got at least a couple on that at the spot of the catch. Two receivers set each way for Jaggers. Third down and long. Joby drops back, looks over the middle, almost intercepted. Looking for Ben Holt. Off the fingertips of I think that was Harmon. Oh, number 7 board for Tilghman. Harmon in the area, the quarterback for Tilghman. That's going to bring up 4th down and 12 for Caldwell County. And Nichols will come out for the punt. Definitely not what we needed. We've got to find a way to get a stop or two against Tilghman with that run game and get this offense back on the field. 5:03 left in the third quarter. Good kick by Nichols. This one's going to hit and take a big Caldwell County bounce. Let's see if they can catch it before it gets into the end zone. And they'll down it at the 5-yard line. So a good roll by Caldwell County. They'll spot it at the 6. So a great kick by Boyce Nichols to pin Paducah Tilghman back on their own 6-yard line. Tigers still searching for an answer for that Tilghman run game.
Punt covered 53 yards.
Good end-over-end kick. That picked up about 25 yards after the bounce. So Tilghman comes back out on the field, and Caldwell County is going to try to see if they can come up with a stop. Tilghman has had 3 turnovers tonight. And right here would be a great time for number 4 with the Blue Tornado pinned down on their own 6-yard line. Penalty on the play moves it half the distance to the goal, so it's Paducah Tilghman from their own 3-yard line. Handoff is to the deep back. Good tackle there by Caldwell County. He didn't even reach the 5 that time.
Giving to the 4 a 1-yard gain. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, more of that's going to be what it takes for the Tigers to stay in this one. Good gang tackle there at the 4-yard line.
Yes. Oh, we're fine.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tilghman huddles in the end zone. Clock is stopped while the officials have an official timeout right now. Penalty is declined. I didn't see a flag come out, Bob. Holding by Tilghman is declined. So ball spotted. Let's see, Bob, can you tell? Ball spotted looks like at about the 3-yard line.
This side official goes to the 4, and then he's back to the 3. So
yeah, he does a little tango over here on the sideline a little bit. But second down and long for Tilghman. 4:15 left when they'll start this clock back up. Now the official is going to come over and explain something to Coach Barnes on the sideline.
Maybe we're going to have some more time put back on the clock. We don't know.
He may be asking the coaching staff up here for that. Or either a very long explanation of what happened on the play. 4:40. Putting 25 seconds back on the clock. So 4:40 is going back on the clock, 25 seconds added.
These officials do not stop the clock where you can come out and see them. They do that in the JV games. You have to guess what's going on.
So Tilghman with second down and 10. Caldwell County bringing everybody, and I think the Tigers might have jumped on that one. He was ready to set up in the gap. And that one, let's see if it goes against Tilghman. And it is going against Tilghman. I thought we might have got the early jump on that one. That's going to back Tilghman up half the distance, so that'll put it at about the 1.5-yard line. This is exactly a stand starting out like Caldwell County needed to have.
Now if they can fumble into the end zone, Dennis.
We might as well get greedy while we're at it, because nothing else has stopped that run attack tonight. So they'll come out of the wishbone set with 4:18 left on the ticking clock. Hand off to the deep back. He breaks it through across the 5, but good tackle there by Caldwell County. I think Burden at the bottom of that pile for the Tigers. We'll mark it at the 5-yard line is where the side judge is setting on.
Brings up a 3rd and 9, a really key.
3rd and long. This is one of the very few 3rd and longs that Tilghman has faced tonight. And of course, backed up close to their own goal line. You don't look for anything fancy to come out of here. You look for just a handoff to the deep back out of that wishbone.
Or maybe the quarterback keeper coming this way. Got a lot of field over here.
Harmon under center. Trail Riley, the deepest Tiger back. Handoff is to Eskew. He gets up near the 10-yard line. I think they're going to mark him down at about the 8-yard line. So a stop by Caldwell County on that running attack by Paducah Tilghman, and it couldn't have come at a better time with Tilghman pushed all the way back near their goal line. 4th down and about 6 for Tilghman. As they will bring out the, I think Tilghman must have called the timeout, or we got an injured player. Yeah, Eskew down on the field for Paducah Tilghman as the clock stops with 3:13, but with these officials, you never know. That's probably a give or take 10-second call right there somewhere.
Who knows? It's somewhere in the vicinity of 3:13.
Eskew able to get up and walk off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign for that young man. He's had a whale of a game tonight.
And hopefully we don't create some kind of silly penalty for ourselves, such as roughing the kicker or anything like that, and field the punt and not let it get 20 yards upfield. We'll be in decent field position.
We're going to drop Trail Riley back to around his 40-yard line. Paducah Tilghman will hit this punt from inside their own end zone. We've just got to stay onside because an offsides call will give them too good a field position. Punt is high. They're going to let it hit. Takes a Tilghman bounce out near the 40, still rolling towards the 45. It'll be stopped at the Tilghman 44-yard line, so great field position for the Tigers after the stop. First punt of the night for Tilghman. Caldwell County will bring the offense out. 1st and 10 from the Tilghman 44-yard line, trailing this one 21-14. Just a tick over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Travis Newsom, Trail Riley near sideline. Jameer Riley with the handoff out of the backfield. He's across the 40, tripped up. He had some room, Bob, tripped up at about the 37-yard line.
Our rushing attack has come alive tonight.
Shoestring tackle kept that from being a first down and much more. Riley still in the backfield with Jaggers. Handoff again to Riley. Lowers his head, gets up near the 35-yard line. The Powell pushes, but I don't think they're going to give him any more than about the 35, maybe not even that far. Side judge standing on the 36. Third down and about 2 for the Tigers. Flag on the play in the backfield. And the ball just was set down for the play to begin. We'll see what this flag can be.
Looks like Tillman's backing up.
It's going to be against Tilghman.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
So I didn't see any activity going on. That had to be the verbal kind.
Had to be by mouth.
Earlier in the game, I think I saw an instance where Trail Riley was joined with one of the Tilghman players a little bit, so maybe that carried over. But a big personal foul against Tilghman gives Caldwell County a first down. Little Caesars first down all the way up to about the 21-yard line. Snap is back to Jaggers. He rolls to his right off the hands of Holt. Looking for Ben Holt and goes off his fingertips. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. A design rollout by Jaggers. He had his man, just being not able to hold on to that one. Brings up 2nd down. Holt, Trail Riley, and Parker to the far side. Newsom near side. Handoff goes to Jameer Riley. That hole closed up quick. He gets up to about the 20, and that's it. Pickup of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. They really need this drive to produce some points, either field goal or touchdown. Jameer Riley tapping towards his right leg like he's a little bit injured. Caldwell leaves him out there. They may change this play in case it was going to Riley. Riley with an obvious limp standing back beside Jaggers as the play clock goes down to 6. Snap is back. Jaggers looks to the corner. He's got a man open in the corner. And it is touchdown, Caldwell County. Parker, Jaggers to Parker.
20-yard pass.
And a great hitch and go route by Oliver Parker left him about 3 yards open. You just wondered if the pass was going to be deep enough into the corner not to let the defender catch up to Oliver. But another touchdown as Oliver went from not having any to just carrying him around in a briefcase here lately. Nichols on for the point after to tie this one up. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it's good. 1:27 left in the third quarter, and Caldwell County ties this one up at 21. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hey, Todd, did you know that Cozy Living in Tears has new owners?
No, I didn't.
I was so impressed when I was in there. They have items for everybody. And gifts.
Do they have baby items?
Yes, and a registry. One thing that impressed me the absolute most was they offer veterans and first responders always 10% off.
That is impressive.
And you've got to meet their adorable mascot, Jay. He is a golden doodle puppy.
I'm definitely going to go by today. Where are they located?
235 Northfield Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy living, just like a home should be.
Back to Tiger Stadium as Caldwell County has tied this one up at 21 with 1:27 left in the third quarter. Jaggers to Parker. They hooked up 3 times last week. Big touchdown catch in the third quarter here for Oliver Parker. And a great route run. We talk about his hands, Bob, but he ran a great route. He had a 2-yard gap between him and the defender.
And the defender recovered fairly well and probably created some confusion, but Oliver's great hands.
Kickoff fielded at the 15 by number 6. He's up across the 30, still moving, got a hole up across the 40, and tackle saved at the 41-yard line. Boyce Nichols made the tackle, and that's what you don't want to see is your kicker making the tackle. But it saved a touchdown as Tilghman will take over at their own 41-yard line. We'll give them the 42 on the spot. You're right, this side judge does like an angle, doesn't he?
He has no clue where to go. And that's where we take our key from.
Right. So ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Tilghman 1st and 10. Caldwell came up with a big stop the last time, cashed in on it. Let's see if they can do that again. I formation. Handoff to the deep back. He's up across the 45. SQ on the carry.
To the 46. Pick up
46-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 6 for Tilghman. Gabe East in on the tackle for Caldwell County. Clock still ticking. We're inside a minute left in the third quarter, 45 seconds. 2nd down for Tilghman. I formation. They usually bring the receiver in motion. And he does come back towards the line. It's going to be a keeper by Harmon. He's across the 50, 45. And it'll be a 1st down Tilghman as they stop him at the 44-yard line. Jameer Riley on the tackle. But, Bob, we've seen this is the 6th game of the season, and he's probably one of the 2 or 3 quickest players to turn and head towards the line of scrimmage out of that quarterback position.
He looks like he's played quarterback for the last 5-6 years, and he's only played it 3-4 games now.
So 1st and 10 from the Tiger 44-yard line now. Clock starts. This will be the last play of the third quarter. Receiver in motion out of the eye. Deep back with the ball. Flag will stop this one. I said it would be the last play, but maybe not. 4 seconds left on the clock as flag stopped this one. We'll see what the call is here. Procedure against Paducah Tilghman. That'll back them up to the Tiger 47-yard line.
It was a 3-yard penalty, Dennis.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Maybe they'll change it right now.
And they are. I think the 1st down marker got moved back. It's going to go back to the 49-yard line. And they started the clock up, 4 seconds ticked off, so that's the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters, it's tied up. It's Paducah Tilghman 21, Caldwell County 21. Back for 4th quarter action in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on 103.3 The Tiger.
It's that time of year again. Soon, leaves will be falling. Football and deer season is right around the corner. When those little critters get scurrying around, sometimes our vehicles get in their way. When that happens, Tri-Shoes Incorporated hopes you remember our body shop to get you back on the road. We offer free estimates, three-stage paint process that is guaranteed as long as you own your vehicle, and certified technicians that together offer 120 years of combined experience. We keep rental vehicles readily available, so even if your car is out of commission, you don't have to be. Tri-Shoes Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
Back to Tiger Stadium. We're about to start the fourth quarter, tied up at 21 all. Stay tuned after the game for the Taco John's post-game show. Bob Hayes will have all the game stats and a look ahead to next week on the trip to Union County. That comes up on the Taco John's post-game report right after this one. Tilghman switches around. They'll be headed towards the highway end here at Tiger Stadium. Started to say Butler Stadium, a little carryover from soccer last night, Bob. Tilghman with the ball, first and long, first and 15 from the 49-yard line. I formation set with Harmon under center. He gives it to the deep back. Hit, spins, and Askew gets it up across the 45, or right at the 45-yard line. But, Bob, you can see it right in front of us on that play. He made some good spin moves to keep that play going.
A nice running back.
Tiger down on the field right now. We can't pick up a number, but the players will come away from the injured Tiger. And they've got him rolled over on his back. Bob, while we've got a minute, we'll go ahead and talk about next week's contest. We take to the road again. Just came back off a 3-game stretch here away from Tiger Stadium. We'll go on the road to Union County next week. You'll be on the air with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock next Friday night. We'll be on there with the pregame show at 6:30 and then kick off Union County Braves, Caldwell County Tigers here on WPKY next Friday night at 7 o'clock.
And Tilghman facing a 2nd and 11, so.
The injured player was Caleb Burden for the Tigers. He was able to walk off under his own power. He's on the sideline getting a little water, so hopefully he's okay and be back in the lineup in just the next play or so. 2nd and 11 for Tilghman. They'll come out of the I formation. So far, every play they've put the wide receiver in motion as they do here, back to the line of scrimmage. A rollout by Harmon. He's trying to stretch this one out. He's got a blocker in front. Picks up yardage down to about the 41, but a flag on the far side of the field. Looks like a hold in the area of a hold for Paducah Tilghman. We'll see what the actual call is. The ball is going to be spotted at the 41. But the far side official threw the flag, so it's in the area. You think with the rollout and Harmon headed that way that it had to be a hold against Tilghman. And it is. No, it's on Caldwell County. Whoa. Wow. Defensive holding against the Tigers.
How can you hold on defense if it's a run?
I think that's what the coaching staff is asking at the same time. After the penalty, the ball is moved to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Tilghman after the defensive holding call.
On a pass, yes, but on a run.
So high formation for Paducah Tilghman. Handoff to the deep back. He's up across the 25. And he's brought down right at the 25. Askew on the carry for Tilghman. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Tilghman as we are under 11 minutes, 10:46 to go in the ball game. This one tied up for the moment. But Tilghman on the march, yet to throw a pass in this entire contest. They'll go I formation, receiver in motion. Hand off to the deep back. He's got a hole up across the 20. East on the carry, but Askew gets the ball up into the 20 to about the 17-yard line. First down, Tilghman.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line.
First and 10 from the 17. Tigers just unable to close the holes or stop the runs early. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage for the Tigers as they'll go I formation. And it's going to be a roll by Harmon. He's going to come far sideline, flag on the play. Harmon still on his feet and now brought down at the 13-yard line, but a flag on the near sideline. Hopefully this one against Tilghman after that surprising defensive holding call a couple of plays ago. Hold signal against Paducah. Tilghman on this one. Flag thrown at about the 17-yard line. So that'll put Tilghman back a little bit. It'll be first down and long for Paducah Tilghman after they get this spotted at the Caldwell County 27-yard line.
First and 20.
Caldwell County's defense has really been on the field a long time tonight. So a tight eye formation. This time they bring the receiver to the left side, put him in motion. And it's going to be a tackle for a sack in the backfield. That's Bashir. Got to Harmon all the way back at the 34-yard line. Nice ankle tackle. Will Bashir with a great play for Caldwell County. And now that'll bring up second down and extremely long. Ball spotted back at the 33-yard line.
Second and 26.
Just over 9 minutes left in the ball game. Bashir got through and finally held on this time. We've had some pressure on their backs in the backfield at times tonight, maybe 4 or 5 times. They've been able to break away. That time Harmon nowhere to go as Bashir brought him down for the loss. Harmon's going to try it again. He's going to roll out, looks for his first pass of the night. It's complete at the 25-yard line, out of bounds at about the, complete at the 35, out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. First pass of the night for Paducah Tilghman is complete. And they'll get down to, I think they'll spot it at the 26-yard line. .28 stopped on the clock right now. Had trouble with the official signaling clock stoppage the whole night long. I think, in fact, one time tonight, Bob, we had to put 25 seconds back on the clock.
Hell, don't shoot the messenger. 8:42.
8:42. They're going to add 14 seconds back to the clock on this one.
Third and 19 for the Tornado.
So you've got to hold this one to where their kicker has a good leg, though. So
really
it wouldn't surprise me if they can hold him outside of the 10-yard range.
25, if pass goes incomplete, it'd be a 42-yarder, and he certainly has the leg strength for that.
So Harmon goes under center, receiver to the left. Caldwell County gets back. Harmon's going to roll out. He's going to look down the field now into the end zone. That's going to be picked off by Trell Riley at the 3. He's got some room. He's out at the 20 and pushed out at the 25-yard line. Big play by Trell Riley. Interception at the 3. And, Bob, that's probably one of the reasons why Tilghman does not throw the ball. Not a very good pass at all. His receiver well in back of Trell Riley. Trell made the break on the ball. And
that pass wasn't within 6 yards of the Tilghman
absolutely
receiver.
Not. Ball officially spotted at the 24-yard line. Another turnover for Tilghman. And gives Caldwell County new life. 8:28 left in the ball game. Score tied at 21. Now Caldwell County has it from their own 24-yard line. Jaggers drops back. He's got some pressure, and he's going to go down back at his 16-yard line. They might give him to the 17, but unable to get rid of the ball. And the Tigers will lose big yardage on that one. Jaggers has Holt and Parker set on the near sideline. He's going to put Jameer Riley in motion back into the backfield. Statue of Liberty play goes to Riley. That's not going anywhere. Back up to the 15, and that's it. It's a play we've not seen a lot since the days of Sindelar when it was run maybe 4 or 5 times a night. Third down and long for Caldwell County. Went backwards since the interception by Trail Riley. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Jaggers drops back. Tilghman brings a blitz. Jaggers lobs it up, looking for Trail Riley. It's complete. And see if he comes down with it all the way out at the 34-yard line. That should be right on the mark for a first down.
Looks like he picked it up.
Referees are stopping the clock. They're going to take a look at this one after the spot, but a great catch by Trail Riley in traffic.
At the where are they marking it?
I haven't seen them set the football down as of yet.
Oh, right here. They're going to.
Oh, they've got it marked on the sideline. You're right. So they're trying to look across the field. They're showing short from the far sideline. Trying to move the players back so they can get a look. And they're going to bring the chains all the way across the field to check this one out with 7:16 left in this ball game. They've got the down marker just shy of the first down. But it's all about the spot, and we are blocked completely from view of it, even on the live stream by the Tiger bench. But it does give Caldwell County at least an option. It can't be much more than a half yard, if that.
And that pass was to Trail, was it not?
Trail Riley with a great catch right there on the sideline. In fact, had 3 Tilghman players right around him. Able to come down with it, keep his feet in bounds. And let's see what they mark it. It's going to be short by about a half a yard.
And definitely you would expect the Tigers to go for it.
Big decision, as they are fairly deep in their own territory, though. They're at their own 34-yard line.
Well, they're going to kick.
So we are setting up to, I haven't seen Nichols. Do you see his number out there? Cole Baker in the backfield. This looks like they may try to run this one, pick up that short yardage.
We got the power eye going here.
Dylan Gray, Cole Baker in the backfield. I think that's Bashir also in the backfield for Caldwell County. Snap is back to Jameer Riley. Takes it outside. He's got the first down across the 35-yard line. Biggest Little Caesars first down of the ball game so far as Jameer Riley takes it outside behind some of the meat on the blocking end for Caldwell County. Ball spotted at the 35. Little Caesars first down for the Tigers. Back to a normal set with 2 receivers each side for the Tigers. Handoff is going to Riley. Picks his way up across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Kind of dangerous play the way he stuck that ball out there at the end of the run, but the ball hits the dirt at the 41. So Caldwell has it second down. Again, handoff to Riley. He's going to find his way for another first down and still checking up near midfield. Jameer Riley, another Little Caesars first down to the 48-yard line. Good running by Jameer so far tonight. He's had a pretty good night on the ground, Bob. You'll have all those stats after the game, but he's got to be inching up close to the between 80 and 100 yards on the night.
He's over 90 or close to 90 right now.
Snap is back again to Riley. Lowers his head. Not much there on this one as he'll be stopped after a pickup of about 2. Ball spotted, side judge standing right at midfield. 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in the ball game. Caldwell on the drive after the Trail Riley interception.
And that's one thing, maybe our strategy is to keep it on the ground and run out this clock, hopefully putting some points on the board
Jaggers with the snap and the rollout, looks down the field. He's got Holt open, in and out of the hands of Holt, but flag on the play. And I think we're going to get a little fortunate call on that one, Bob. That ball was there. It being in the numbers. He had some contact on his backside.
Well, let's see. Hopefully they don't wave this thing off, but pretty convincing by the official as he threw it.
Flag is thrown at about the, 27-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Holt, the intended receiver. They are going to bring it down in that area. Pass interference by Paducah Tilghman. They're going to spot the ball at the 35-yard line of Paducah Tilghman. So a Little Caesars first down for Caldwell County as they have 1st and 10 from the Tilghman 35-yard line. This one tied up at 21 with just under 6 minutes left to go. Jaggers back, fakes, goes down the sideline looking for Parker, well overthrown. Parker made a good dive for it, but that one was probably 3 yards past Oliver. That'll bring up 2nd down for Caldwell County, but another good route by Oliver. He had a step on his defender again. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. 2 receivers each way for Jaggers. Low snap, he picks it up. Goes in and out of the hands of the receiver, Parker, and almost intercepted. And Caldwell got away with one there, Bob, because that defender had the deflection off Oliver's hands right in his breadbasket, not able to come down with it.
We did dodge a bullet, Dennis, and he had open sideline too.
Dylan Gray in at receiver now for Caldwell County. Jameer Riley goes up at tight end. Flea flicker back to Jaggers. He's going to put it over to Trail and incomplete. A lot of people in on that play that was going nowhere. It took so long to develop. And that'll bring up 4th down and 10 for Caldwell County. The clock stops on the incompletion at 5:36 left in the ball game. From here, it would be a 55-yard attempt.
Well, we're going to try it. Or we're going to punt.
I think we're going to punt, yeah. They didn't bring the holder in. That was a long way to give it a shot. Plus, you would be giving Tilghman the ball back in great field position.
Well, we don't want this one to go in the end zone, that's for sure.
So Caldwell County set to punt. Nichols from about his 45. A little pressure by Tilghman. Ball is going to hit and take a Caldwell bounce. And a good job by Caldwell County just outside the goal line. Let's see who that was down there on the coverage.
I think Trail was
great job by the Tigers. I couldn't really pick up the number. They went sideways on it, but
I think Trail was the one that got down there and got on it.
Trailed down that one at the 1-yard line. So Tilghman will start this one with the backfield in the end zone. Caldwell needs a big stop here with 5:26 left in the ball game. In regulation, I should say at this point, I guess. Big time for the defense to stand up on this one. They go out of the wishbone. Run's going to go out. It's not even going to get to the 5-yard line before that one's pulled back in. SQ on the carry. Caldwell closed the door on that one fairly quick. Flag on the play on the far side. And we'll look for this call as it could be big for the Tigers. Personal foul, Caldwell County. Wow, what a terrible time for that to come through. I'm sure that'll have Coach Barnes' attention now and also in the look at the film when this one comes up, because that's going to move the ball to the 19-yard line. And it'll be a 1st down Tilghman. Personal foul call against the Tigers as they had Tilghman pinned back inside the 5.
Just have to bow our necks and back.
Tilghman puts the player in motion, Handoff is to the deep back out of the eye, gets up across the 20, and the pile stops at about the 22-yard line. Maybe 3 on the carry at best. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Blue Tornado, as they're going to let that clock just keep ticking. Down to about 4.5 minutes now left in the ball game. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. 2nd and 8 for Tilghman. Tilghman has tried 2 passes tonight, 1 complete and 1 interception. They go under center out of the eye. Harmon keeps it, turns upfield, and gets to about the 25-yard line. Dylan Gray in on the tackle for Caldwell County as we go under 4 minutes, tied at 21.
Brings up a key 3rd and 4 situation.
One thing the Tigers have done is put Tilghman in 3rd and a little bit longer than the first half, somewhere between 4 and 7 yards at times tonight. First half, it was more of the 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 variety. Tilghman goes out of the I formation. Receiver in motion. It's going to be a keeper by Harmon. Turns it up the field. He's hit. He's going to be short of the 1st down. I think he had a lot of room to get it on the outside. He tried to turn it back up inside. They're going to mark him at the 27-yard line.
Pick up of 2 at 4th and 2. So we'll see if Tilghman wants to gamble, and I don't think
they will at that end of the field like that. Looks like they're bringing that punt unit on, as Trail Riley will drop back just past midfield. 3 minutes now left in the ball game. Flag on the play on the far sideline. This one's going to be whistled dead.
A delay of game maybe, or?
I think it's going to be a false start.
Hopefully not against the Tigers. I mean, that would be critical.
Yeah, they're going to march this one back 5 against Paducah Tilghman. So 5 yards against Tilghman. And they'll make this punt. He'll probably kick it from about his 10. So Trail Riley spotted right at midfield. Snap is back. Some pressure back there by number 3 for Caldwell County. Gets the kick off. Trail's going to field it at his 43-yard line. Is going to try to come sideline, bouncing backwards now. Turns the corner, gets up to about the 45, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And, Bob, that was a lot of tackle way outside the line, but no call on that. Number 3 for Caldwell County. Let me get that number. He almost got a hand on it. Dylan Cavanaugh came within just a few inches of getting a fingertip on that punt. So Caldwell County is going to get it with the ball spotted just past the 45-yard line. 2:26 left in the ball game. Caldwell County the favorite according to Lichtenhouse tonight, but this one's been close all night. Jaggers drops back, gets some pressure. Now he's going to keep it go up the middle. He might get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it as he's tackled from behind. Good coverage by Tilghman. Nobody open for Joby to throw to, so he had to keep it. Caldwell quickly back to the line with 2:07 left on the clock. Riley in the backfield. He's going to swing wide to the left. Now Jaggers has some trouble. He's back at the 30, being chased. Gets free, looks up the field, and it's incomplete. Throws into a crowd at the 40-yard line. I think he was looking for Parker at the 40, and a lot of people. Joby did a good job avoiding the sack over there. They had his jersey back at about the 35-yard line. He was able to get free and get the pass downfield, but incomplete. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now for the Tigers with 1:51, and the clock stopped on the incompletion. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right with Jameer Riley in the backfield. Low snap, Jaggers picks it up, goes over the middle. This one's going to be intercepted at the 25-yard line. He's still loose up over the 30 and to the 33-yard line. Intercepted by number 15, Brooks of Paducah Tilghman. Looking for Parker down the middle. So Tilghman with the turnover. A lot of turnovers for each team tonight, Bob. As I know you'll cover in the stats after the game. But that one costly for the Tigers. Interception comes with 1:41 left in the ball game. This one's still tied at 21. As Tilghman will come to the line, 1st and 10 from their own 33 or 30. Let's call it the 34-yard line. A high formation with Harmon under center. Takes it. He's going to roll to his right side. Lowers his head, gets hit at about the 35-yard line. Not much on the play. Caldwell's done a much better job stringing out the play when Harmon tries to go wide.
And it doesn't look like
Pretty nice spot, though, after that run. I thought they stopped him way before then. They're spotting all the way up to the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 4 for Tilghman with a minute and a half left. That was a very favorable spot for the Blue Tornado. Bunched up I formation. They give it to the deep back. He's across the 40, 45, and it'll be a 1st down. SQ on the carry, gets it up near midfield to about the 47-yard line. Clock stopped while they move the chains. Minute 27, a lot riding on the line on this. The leg up in the district race tonight, as this is the first district ball game of the season for these teams. I formation, hands it to the deep back, goes up the middle. That pile is going to stop about midfield. Let's see if Tilghman takes the timeout. And I think they are. Clock stopped with 1:09 as Tilghman takes the timeout. And Bob, we'll just keep this one right here. Is trying to see where they're going to spot that ball right at midfield, it looks like. And there's a personal foul against Paducah Tilghman. So that's going to move the Blue Tornado back 15 yards. Spot will be at the 35-yard line of Tilghman, and 1:09 left on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 22.
2nd and 22 for the Blue Tornado, as the referee is going to blow the whistle on this one and see what they've got to talk about here. If you're a betting man, you'd have to lay $1 down that you're going to add some time to the clock, but we'll see what goes on. Here's 1:06 shows on the clock.
Oh, so they're coming over. I'm sure we're going to put some time back on.
I kind of look to hear from Bradley Stallings in about 10 seconds. It's not that we're psychic or anything. We just kind of pay attention at times during these games, Bob. And big personal foul call.
Let's listen behind us.
1:09 put back on the clock as Tilghman comes to the line. And it's going to be Harmon on the keeper. He's being chased from behind. Great tackle by number 3, Dylan Kavanaugh. Takes Harmon all the way back to the 30. And they're going to look at the clock again. They've got the play stopped as Caldwell County, I think, called a timeout. And 59 seconds on the clock as Caldwell County takes a timeout. 3rd and extremely long.
3rd and 27.
3rd and 27 for Tilghman coming up as Caldwell County takes a timeout, hoping to stop Tilghman on this play, maybe get a punt. And you expect Bob to have somewhere between 35 and 40 seconds to do something if things work out Caldwell County's way. But a great play by Dylan Kavanaugh to come up with the tackle on Harmon. Caldwell County still having trouble stopping Tilghman up the middle, but they've really figured out these end sweeps by Harmon to a great extent here in the second half. Let's see if Tilghman tries to go to the air or they just play this safe. They've passed twice tonight, once for a completion, once for an interception. Big play here for the Tigers to hold and get a quick timeout, keep some time on that clock. A high formation with the receiver in motion. It's going to be a pitch out to the deep back. That's SQ. Tries to turn it upfield at the 30, and he's going to be stopped well short. Caldwell County will get the quick timeout. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 34-yard line. Caleb Burden on the tackle for Caldwell County as Englebright comes back on the field. And the Tornado will take the punt team onto the field. So, Bob, by the time Caldwell County receives this one and gets it down, we should have somewhere in the neighborhood of 40, maybe give or take 3 seconds.
And
but should be decent field position.
It wouldn't bother me if we brought it back all the way, Dennis.
Yeah, I would like this. You get to be at home one night. You really don't want overtime, but this has been a great game, and overtime is looming right here.
And for some reason, obviously, with Tilghman facing 4th and 23, you expect no gimmicky play or anything like that to come from them.
No, not that deep in their own territory. You wouldn't think so. He's going to make contact on the punt somewhere between his own 20 and 25-yard line. Caldwell County trying to save a little bit of time on this. Much better job by the Tigers against that run game here in the second half.
I would say that we have 1 timeout remaining at the most. Hopefully 1 left.
Nichols on the sideline getting warmed up just in case it comes down to his leg. Tilghman in punt formation. Caldwell County drops Trail Riley back. Low snap. Kick is up. Wobbly kick going towards the sideline. Takes a Caldwell County bounce and it'll go out past the, on this side, Caldwell County side of the 40-yard line. So first down Caldwell County from their own 40-yard line with 43 seconds to play in regulation. Bob, what would you give the distance for Nichols on his on an extreme kick?
I'd say 40 at the most, maybe.
So Caldwell County needs to cover about 30 yards to give him a chance.
And no mistakes here for the Tigers. At worst, let's get this thing into overtime.
2 receivers each way for Jaggers. He's got Jameer Riley in the backfield. Joby drops back quickly, looking on the far sideline to Trail Riley. Complete on the far sideline. Riley able to get out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Good smart play by Trail not to try to make anything else out of that. Wasted time on the clock. 38 seconds now for the Tigers. Trail's going to come near side in a 3-receiver set to the right. Roll out by Jaggers is coming to the right. He looks up the field, throws, almost intercepted, looking for Holt at the 45. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. 32 seconds left on the clock as it stopped on the incompletion. The Tigers get the play from the sideline. Gabe East in on offense now for the Tigers also. Looks like he's going to go with Kavanaugh or with Newsom to the far sideline. Holt and Parker near sideline. And a flag on the play, false start. It's going to push Caldwell back 5 more yards, so a costly penalty there as nobody could get set for Caldwell County. So we've spent a little over 10 seconds to go nowhere as the ball spotted back on the 40. 3rd down and 10 for Caldwell County. Three receivers to the near sideline. Jaggers looks far sideline. Complete. Hook and ladder. It's complete. to number 8, but the lateral goes to Riley. And he's going to get all the way down, pulled out of bounds, down at about the 3-yard line. The hook and ladder complete to Newsom. He made a lateral right down the sideline to Jameer Riley. And Riley gets it all the way down to the, let's call it the 3-yard line, Bob. Little Caesars first down, Caldwell County, with 21 seconds left in the ball game. Riley almost able to take that one into the house. Coach Barnes went deep in the playbook for that one, and it worked like a charm as Paducah Tilghman is going to take a timeout, catch their breath after that one. We'll keep that right here.
I'm going to go ahead and give that whole pass completion to Jameer, because I don't know how you break it down when you have one person handling the ball and then another person handling the ball, but we'll put a little asterisk by that one.
Okay. As the old hook and ladder play. Still have one timeout.
I hope we do.
I think Caldwell County has one timeout. We're pretty much in agreement up here in the press box that Caldwell has the one timeout. 21 seconds, plenty of time to get 2 and maybe 3 plays off, especially with a timeout in your pocket.
Yeah, the field goal looms big right now.
Oh, plenty close now for Nichols. You're absolutely right.
It'd be great to put 7 on the board, but just don't get greedy.
I mean, you're looking at the equivalent of an extra point right here.
Yes.
He brings that setup of Baker and Bashir and Gray into the backfield with Jaggers. Jaggers takes it. The handoff is to Gray, lowers his head, bounces off one tackler, gets down to about the 2-yard line. Gray not able to get in. Clock still running with 7 seconds. And we're going to call a timeout with 3 seconds left, as that'll bring Nichols out onto the field to try to win this one. A lot at stake here for both squads as they want to get the leg up in this district race. And the possibility of having home field.
I think on that play we didn't have a timeout left, the way they were lined up trying to maybe get something going.
Yeah, I thought as soon as he was stopped outside the goal line, somebody would call timeout.
And then I thought maybe he would try to come back to the center of the field. He's not at the center of the field by any stretch.
But that may have been Coach Barnes' strategy, just to let that clock try it one time. 6 seconds on the clock.
But if you do that, you want to run him back toward the middle of the field.
They want it 2-6. 2-6 seconds.
Okay, we can't get 2-6. I can't do 2.6 seconds. I can do 3, I can do 2.
Oh, 2.6 seconds. I thought he said I had 6 seconds left.
Well, it says 3. No, they want it run it up to 6 seconds.
Oh, it is. 6 seconds going to be on the clock. Let's see if that changes the strategy any.
No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know.
Well, no timeout, so you would not think it would. If we had a timeout in our pocket, maybe you try and punch it through one time, but you'd be cutting it awful close. Oliver Parker in for the hold on this one as Boyce Nichols gets his chance at a game winner on homecoming night.
Come on, guys.
And Tilghman's going to try to ice Nichols a little bit with a timeout called. Let Boyce think about it for just a little while longer, but if you're a real player, this is what you want to put yourself in this position. You want to be here. This is
what you dream about. Yes.
You've got a homecoming crowd tonight. Big homecoming activities here at Caldwell County as Sydney Riley was crowned homecoming queen. You've got a chance to win the ball game with what's it going to be? Maybe a 20-yard.
A 20-yard field goal. And what you want to have happen, I think, Dennis, is even though he's lined up on the left hash mark, he's right-footed, so he doesn't have to slice the ball to get it in there.
Right.
And if he just hits it straight, it's not that much of an angle.
Crowd on the feet. I think we're going to get on ours also as Parker goes down. He'll spot this one at the 9, so a 19-yard field goal for the ball game.
And more ice coming.
And they're signaling Caldwell County timeout, but we don't have any more timeouts. I don't know why they would signal us a timeout.
I think he signaled pointing to the Tilghman bench. But these
there he is. There he turned around.
These guys are need to be back in the classroom, I think.
They've got room for improvement. We'll put it that way after this ball game. Coach Barnes is going to come out on the field and talk to his guys. Caldwell looking to go 5-1 on the season. A lot of people had them picked to start out 0-3. We've still got the headlines early in the season where they were picked to lose their first three. Came out, offense started to gel. The defense stood on its head through the first 3 or 4 games. Really came up big here in the second half tonight, as a matter of fact. So let's see where Boyce is going to have Oliver put this spot down again at the 9-yard line. 19-yard attempt for the ball game. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good with 1 second on the clock. Boyce Nichols with a 19-yard field goal. Caldwell County leads this one 24-21. Their first lead of the ball game since 7-0 in the first quarter. And there's no way this kick goes to a deep back with 1 second on the clock.
You hope to bounce it off somebody to get the clock going.
Big pressure kick by Boyce Nichols. Didn't have a lot of distance on, didn't need a lot of distance, only from 19 yards out. Got up under it just a little bit, but plenty to get across the crossbar. 3 big points for Boyce Nichols. He'll remember this one for a long time.
Absolutely.
Oh, holding up the number 58 jersey on that one. That's a lot of class in this program, and these kids think about a lot of things down there, and that's a pretty emotional move, holding up that number 58 jersey down there on the sideline. So Nichols will tee this one up at the 40-yard line. Tilghman has no doubt this one's not going very deep. They're deep back all the way up to the 20. 1 second, all we've got to do is bounce it off of somebody. Low kick. It's going to be fielded at the 24-yard line. That's Harmon with the ball. Had a hold. Now he's going to try to punch it outside. He's hit on the far side. He's going to try to toss it, and he's brought down at the 40. Ball game, Caldwell County, as they go to 5-1, but get the big early win in the district. They go 1-0 in the district with that one. All important district races. The district winner here this year stays at home in the playoffs. Great win by Caldwell County tonight.
Gutty performance by the Tigers. I guess I got to get some work going on here.
They had trouble all night long stopping that Paducah-Tilghman run. Only a couple of passes on the night by Tilghman. Caused Caldwell all kinds of trouble in the first half. Actually only trailed 14-7 at the half. Came back out in the second half, kept this one close. That defense started to stand up a little bit and take care of Harmon on the sweeps. The inside runs started taking care of themselves a little bit. Caldwell County able to shut Tilghman down, make them punt the ball away some in the second half, and that's the big key, is that defense fixes the problems from the first half and comes up with a big 24-21 win as Boyce Nichols puts it through with 1 second on the clock from 19 yards out. So Caldwell County wins this one tonight, 24-21. We're going to come back with the Taco John's postgame show. We'll have all the stats from this ball game and look ahead to next week on the trip to Union County. That all comes your way in about 3 minutes, Darren. Give us a 3-minute break. We'll be back. You're listening to Tiger Football on WPKY.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
Here's a safety reminder from Tilghman Electric. Farming can be dangerous, So take time to observe some simple safety precautions. Look after power lines before getting off or out of your cab, and when loading and transporting machinery on trailers, and when raising equipment on some extensions. Be careful when handling irrigation pipes, ladders, and rods, and keep equipment at least 10 feet away from power lines. And remember the kids. Kids love playing outdoors. It is up to all of us to ensure they do it safely. Anyway, remind you to remind the kids to stay away from electrical substations and avoid playing near green electrical boxes. Do not climb trees or fly kites and small airplanes near power lines. Keep ladders and poles away so the kids cannot climb them or raise them near power lines. A safety reminder from Heavy Rail Electric. Heavy Rail Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. This is the Taco John's post-game report. Taco John's of Princeton is announcing a promotion that carries on through tonight. And I hope you'll take advantage of a great night to leave the ball game and run by Taco John's right now. It's the just like the special in Taco Tuesdays, in addition to a normal 89-cent hard-shell promotion, they are now offering a 99-cent soft-shell taco. So you can go by their location on US 62 West, catch a great deal tonight on Taco Tuesday deals. Again, that's an 89-cent hard shell, 99-cent soft shell that goes through tonight at Taco John's of Princeton. We appreciate the folks at Taco John's for sponsoring our post-game show. Bob Hayes is gathering the numbers up of a wild night here at Tiger Stadium. Homecoming night action from the very beginning. We had homecoming queen named tonight, and that was Sydney Riley. Congratulations to Sydney Riley and her court tonight here on being named homecoming queen. But it just started there, guys. We had a helicopter bring in from Air Evac, bring in the game ball. We had two teams that have battled to finishes in 1 and 2 in the district the last 2 years. Come down to a classic ball game tonight. Tilghman ran the ball down our throats in the first half. Caldwell County made some adjustments in that second. Came out and stopped Tilghman a few times. Came down to the leg of Boyce Nichols with just 1 second remaining when the ball went through the upright, and Caldwell County pulls out the district win and the first place position so far in the district, as we'll head to Union next week, with a leg up in the district on the leg of Boyce Nichols as they win this one 24-21 here at Tiger Stadium. And Bob's about to total those up, but just an exciting game here tonight.
I'm ready, Dennis.
All right, I'll let you take her away and
what a game.
Tell us how much Caldwell stopped that running game for Tilghman in that second half.
At the score at halftime, as we reported at half, 14-7, favor of Tilghman. In the third quarter, the Tigers strike first on a Trail Riley 13-yard pass from Joby Jaggers. Boyce Nichols with the kick. That coming at the 10-minute, 44-second mark of the third quarter. Caldwell coming out, taking possession of the opening third quarter kickoff, taking it into the end zone. Score at that time was 14-14. Tilghman answers back at the 5-minute, 36 mark of the third quarter on a Michael Barnes 1-yard run. Lance Butler with the extra point. Tilghman goes up 21-14. In the third quarter, Oliver Parker, a 20-yard pass from Joby Jaggers. Boyce Nichols adding the extra point, that coming at 1 minute, 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and we're all tied, 21-21. And then the only scoring in the fourth quarter, coming with 1 second remaining after Caldwell County stopped Tilghman. Tilghman punted. Caldwell County ran not necessarily a trick play, but the hook and ladder, and down to the 3-yard line. Boyce Nichols with a 19-yard field goal with 1 second remaining. It was good, and that's how the game ended. Tilghman was able to run the kickoff back and get tackled. Caldwell County prevailing here tonight, 24-21. Looking at our stats first, Dennis, Caldwell County with 24 rushing attempts tonight, 21 of them by Jameer Riley covering 86 yards. Joby Jaggers with 2, a -7 yards. Dylan Gray 1 carry, 1 yard, and that carry coming right before the field goal attempt that won the game for the Tigers. Tigers with 24 rushes tonight for 80 yards. In the passing department, Joby was 22 of 38 with 2 interceptions. Oliver Parker with 6 grabs for 61 yards and a TD. Travis Newsom with 7 catches, 72 yards. Trill Riley, 4 catches, 31 yards and a touchdown. Ben Holt, 2 catches for 3 yards. And Jameer Riley, 3 catches, and we're going to give him all that yardage on the hook and ladder. 3 catches for 90 yards. Caldwell County with 257 yards through the air, coupled with their 80 yards on the ground, gives them net total offense tonight of 337 yards. And here is the interesting stat we've been looking at for Paducah Tilghman. At halftime, they had 182 yards on the ground with 32 carries. In the second half, they rushed 27 times for 104 yards. They are 1 out of 2 with 1 interception through the air for a total of 7 yards. So Tilghman tonight, 7 yards passing, 286 yards on the ground, 59 carries to get that. Total net yards for Tilghman tonight of 293 yards, outgained by the Tigers by some 44 yards. And you have to give this band of Tigers a lot of effort for just true grit. Never had the lead tonight until the end of the game, Dennis. So fought back all night long. We found out maybe we could stop a real powerful running attack, enough so that we win the game. But you got to hand it to these young men. They have now won 5 in a row and erasing a lot of doubts, maybe have already erased a lot of doubts in a lot of people's mind that this was not going to be a special season, but that's exactly what it's turning out to be.
You're absolutely right, Bob. And you look at those averages in the first half, Paducah Tilghman averaging almost 6 yards a carry, 5.7. That's cut down to about 3.5 roughly here in the second half. And I think that fourth quarter was just gut check time for the Tigers after Caldwell came out, tied the score with their first possession of that second half. Tilghman came down another long drive, a lot of runs. They were able to put the ball in the end zone, take the lead back. But the Tiger defense stood up in that fourth quarter, didn't allow any points, was stopping Tilghman on some run plays, doing a much better job stringing out Harmon on the sweeps when he tried to get around the corner. So they did a great job on that and just really stood up to the challenge as they shut Paducah Tilghman out in the fourth quarter. And then the offense stayed steady. They kept chugging. A big night for Jameer Riley. I thought he had a great game on the ground tonight, getting, I think he said, a little over 80 yards on the ground. So a big night for Jameer. That last play worked to perfection as Caldwell ran the hook and ladder on the far sideline. Jameer almost getting in the end zone to give Caldwell the lead on that play, but it came down to the leg of Nichols here on homecoming night. So just an exciting night here of football at Caldwell County on homecoming night as the Tigers take their record to 5-1 on the season, but more important, 1-0 in the district and a win already against probably your biggest opponent in the district.
And on that last field goal attempt, you've got to give the offensive line credit for holding out. Tilghman was under a full head of steam rush. You have to give Mitchell Harrelson credit for a snap, and Oliver Parker, a snap was perfect, the hold was perfect, and Boyce did the rest.
So just a great night here. We had everything from a homecoming queen and Sydney Riley crowned tonight, so we congratulate her and her court. Helicopter bringing the game ball in. You had the Caldwell County Band of Pride doing a great performance out here tonight as they get ready for their big marching season. You had kids on the cheerleader clinics. You had dance squads. You had a game-winning field goal with about 1 second left on the clock. So this game had it all tonight. A fun night here at Tiger Stadium. and Caldwell County comes out with a big 24-21 win over Paducah Tilghman. Taking a look ahead, Bob, next week, back on the road for a couple of games. Next week is at Union County, and you'll be on the air with Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock. We'll have the pregame show at 6:30, and then kickoff from Union County. It'll be the Braves and Tigers kicking that one off at 7 o'clock. So any closing comments from you tonight?
Well, you got me thinking about that barbecue before we leave town next Friday
night.
Oh,
the band fundraiser. That's right. That's on the 28th. Okay, so next week on the 28th, band boosters are having a barbecue fundraiser. I think it's pork chops and chicken breast.
Maybe the 29th. It's
the 29th?
Oh, it's Thursday.
It's on the 28th. Well, maybe we can eat leftovers on the way to Union County, but I think meals are $7, chicken breast and just sandwiches alone are $5. So I hope you'll go out and help the Caldwell County band out on that fundraiser. But just a great night here in Princeton.
The only thing I can say, Dennis, is stay tuned for the Saturday morning quarterback show tomorrow. I'm sure Coach Barnes, I'm going to ask him tomorrow what he said to these kids when the second timeout was called by Union County, and he goes out on the field, the only coach out there with his young men, and find out what he said to them, and whatever he said, they had the confidence to make the play, kick the field goal. Everything went to perfection, and we will have a lot of fun in the morning on the Saturday morning quarterback show.
Provided Coach Barnes has a voice left after tonight.
And provided I can talk as well.
So a great game here tonight. Again, the final here from Tiger Stadium. It was Caldwell County 24, Paducah Tilghman 21. So for Darren Lewis back at the station and here at the field, Ty Englebright and Bob Hayes, I'm Dennis Stevens. Thank you for listening and join us next week from Union County. That'll do it for us. Have a good evening, everyone.